Okay. Hey, everybody. How you guys doing? Everyone
I
good? Okay, so today we are doing a read-through of the Clerks script by Kevin Smith, the first draft, December 8th, 1992. So this is going to have stuff that the movie didn't. So let's have some fun. Jay, when you are ready, you can start us off.
All right. Interior, bedroom, early morning hours. A dog sleeps on a neatly made bed. A poster of Bugs Bunny conducting an orchestra. A shelf of books holds such classics as Dante's Inferno, Beyond Good and Evil, The Catcher in the Rye, and The Dark Knight Returns. A framed diploma, dusty and unkempt, hangs askew on the wall. A snapshot of a girl is stuck in the corner, and a bra weighs one end down. A phone with gum wads stuck on the receiver sits quietly atop a circular trash can. It suddenly explodes with a resounding ring. Once, twice, thrice. A closet door, partly open. A sneaker sticks out of the bottom. As the phone rings, the door is kicked open by an unsneakered foot. A half-clad figure musters itself from the closet floor. The sneakered foot attempts to gain leverage. The phone rings yet again, and a hand falls upon the receiver, yanking it off of the trash can. OC, the rumpled figure, lays with his back to the camera, phone in hand.
Hello? What? No, I don't work today. I'm playing hockey at 4. Arthur's working.
The dog yawns and shakes its head.
No, I can't. I'm playing hockey at 4. It's 9 o'clock. So I got a game in 7 hours. No, that's not my fault.
A half-eaten Twinkie sits atop the half-finished tumbler full of chocolate milk.
Call Randall. I'm fucking tired. No way. I've got a game at 4. What? Jesus. What time are you gonna come in? 2? Be there by 2? Swear.
A picture of a girl leans against a trophy. The picture is decorated with a Play-Doh beard and mustache. Figure, off camera. Oh.
Swear you'll be in by 2, and I'll do it. 2 or I walk.
The phone receiver slams into the cradle. The rumpled figure slowly sits up and remains motionless. He musses with his hair.
Shit.
He stands. The dog stands and wags its tail. A hand pats his head. The rumpled figure lays down on the bed. We now see his face. It is the face of Dante. And this is Dante's room. This is Dante's life. POV, Dante, the dog, looks down at its master. Dante grabs the dog's head and wrestles it.
Next time you sleep in the closet and I get the bed.
He releases the dog and sits up.
Shit.
Cut to credits. Cut to interior bathroom. Minutes later, a steaming shower fills the room. The dog licks water from the toilet. Cut to credits. Cut to interior kitchen. Minutes later, a towel-dressed Dante opens the fridge and peers inside. He grabs a half-empty gallon of milk and closes the door. Cut to credits. Cut to interior kitchen. Seconds later, chocolate milk mix is heaped into a tumbler. 1 scoop, 2 scoops, 3 scoops, 4 scoops. Cut to credits. Cut to interior bedroom. A minute later, Dante gulps the breakfast while feeling inside his closet for some clothes. Some chocolate milk spills on the floor. The dog laughs at a small puddle of chocolate milk. Cut to credits. Cut to interior hallway. Minutes later, Dante's feet are hastily covered with sneakers in mid-stride, accomplished by a series of hops. A hand grabs keys from atop a fish tank. Cut to credits. Cut to exterior driveway. Minutes later, a car backs out of the driveway and speeds down the street. The dog looks on. Dante brushes his hair in the rearview mirror while attempting to drive. Cut to credits. Cut to exterior convenience store morning. The car pulls up with a screech. Feet descend to the ground from the open door. Pan up to reveal Dante in front of the store. Cut to interior convenience store day. A sickly Arthur is slumped over the counter. Dante lifts his head by the hair.
It's okay, Arthur. I'm here now. You can go.
Arthur is genuinely pleased to see his relief, but feels a bit guilty.
Dante, I'm sorry I had to come in. I felt like shit since this morning.
I'm only here till 2. Then the boss is coming in. He's got a game at 4.
Coming in? Right? That's weird.
Why don't you go home and lay down, man? You sound like shit, too.
Yeah, I should. Oh, I forgot we didn't get any Asbury Park press this morning, so you gotta do the thing again.
Why can't we just pay for the papers like all the other stores?
Go ahead. I'll wait here.
Dante shakes his head and exits. Cut to exterior convenience store day. POV newspaper machine. Through the murky glass, a thin metal grating, we see Dante approach. He stops and drops a quarter in the slot. He pulls the door open, finally allowing us a clear view as he reaches towards the camera. Dante pulls a stack of newspapers from the Asbury Park press vending machine. He struggles to hold them all in one hand as he lets the door slam. He turns to walk away, but the sound of a quarter dropping into the change slot stops him. He takes a step back to grab the coin. Cut to interior convenience store day. The papers drop into a once empty rack with a resounding flop. Arthur leans on the ice cream case in front of the counter as he's prepared to leave. Dante hands him the quarter.
Tell Randall to be careful today. 6 people logged complaints against him this morning, and 1 woman wants to press charges for harassment.
Sexual?
I don't think so. Randall kept calling her an idiot because she wanted to rent Navy SEALs.
I remember that. Mrs. Dempsey.
I think so. I'm sorry I had to come in, Dante.
Arthur, don't even worry about it. You're in bad shape. And besides, I'll be out of here by 2. Don't worry about me.
I'm gonna go home and sit on the toilet. I've had the runs all damn morning. You know how it gets when there's nothing solid. It's like you're pissing out of your ass, thick, muddy piss.
Thanks for the visual.
I've heard that the tobacco people have been hitting the local stores, so be careful not to sell any kids cigarettes.
I never do. Jesus, it even smells like sickness in this place.
That was me. I just threw up behind the counter.
I'll bet. Go home, man.
Thanks again, Dante. I'll see you on Monday.
Oh no. Arthur leaves as a customer walks in. Dante hops behind the counter and slides out of view, slipping on vomit.
Jesus.
Interior, cut to interior, convenience store day. Dante waits on a customer, activist, with the briefcase.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Mind if I drink this here?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh no, stop it. I'm sorry, that's on me. The activist leans on the counter and drinks his coffee. Another customer approaches.
Have a Marlboro?
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but you sure?
Am I sure?
Are you sure?
Am I sure about what?
$2.55.
Do you really want to buy those cigarettes?
Are you serious?
How long have you been smoking?
What is this, a poll?
Beats me.
How long have you been a smoker?
Since I was 13.
The activist lifts his briefcase onto the counter. He opens it and extracts a sickly-looking lung model.
I'd say you're about 29, 30, right?
The hell is that?
That's your lung. Nope, wait.
The activist pulls some gummy substance from the briefcase. He slaps it onto the model. It represents cancer.
That's your lung. By this time, your lung looks like this.
You're shitting me.
You think I'm shitting you?
The activist hands him something from the briefcase.
What's this?
It's a track ring. It's what they install in your throat when throat cancer takes your voice box. This one came out of a 60-year-old man. He smoked until the day he died. Used to put cigarettes in this thing and smoke them that way.
Excuse me, but
This is where you're heading. A cruddy lung smoking through a hole in your throat. Do you really want that?
Well, it's already too late.
It's never too late. Give those cigarettes back now. Buy some gum instead.
It ain't the same.
It's cheaper than cigarettes, and it beats this.
Hands him a picture.
Jesus.
It's a picture of a cancer-ridden lung. Keep it.
I'll take gum instead.
55.
You made a wise choice. Keep up the good work.
The customer exits.
Maybe you should take that coffee outside.
I'll drink it in here, thanks.
If you're going to drink it in here, I'd appreciate it if you not bother the customers.
Okay, sorry about that.
Another customer comes in.
Pack of Newport. What's that?
Looks at the model.
This? How long have you been smoking?
Cut to exterior convenience store day. A blank wall with which Jay steps into frame and leans against, followed by Silent Bob. Silent Bob yawns. Jay checks his beeper, then does a makeshift slam dance, spinning his arms and fake hitting Silent Bob. Meh! Silent Bob adjusts his hat. Jay ties his shoe. Did you bring the change? The small bills? Silent Bob checks his pocket and nods. I feel good today, Silent Bob. We're gonna make some money. And you know what? You know what we're gonna do? To the tune of hello, I love y'all. Me and you and my friend too in the bedroom with the girls and lots of boobs. And it's the song, we're gonna get some pussy. Scream, I'll fuck anything that moves. Yeah. Silent Bob points to something off screen. What you looking at? I'll kick your ass. Doesn't that motherfucker still owe me $10? Silent Bob nods yes. Tonight, you and me, we're gonna rip his fucking head out and swallow his soul. Next time he tries to buy a bag, remind me to cut it with twigs and shit and leaves. Man. People walk past. Jay smiles at them. To the people, what's up? Damn, Silent Bob, you one rude motherfucker. But you cute, though. I want to take you in my mouth, suckle you, and then I want to line up 3 more guys and make like a circus seal. Jay makes blowjob faces down an imaginary line of guys while looking like a performing seal. There's a little humming sound behind each nod. He then hops up quickly. Ew, you fucking faggot. I hate guys. I love women. Guys come up to them.
You selling?
Yeah. I got hits, hash, weed, blow, and later I'll have some shrooms. We take cash or stolen MasterCard and Visa. Interior, convenience store day. A small crowd gathers around the activist as he orates. It has become something of a rally.
Spending what, $20, $30 a week on cigarettes?
Who's listener 1?
Yeah, listener 1.
I have no
Kill
idea.
the Moments listener 4.
I'm listener 2.
I'm not. It's not highlighted for me, so I don't know who's listener 1.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll be listener 1. 40.
53.
$53. Tell me, would you pay someone that much money every week if after so many weeks they're going to kill you? Because that's what you're doing now, by paying for the so-called privilege to smoke.
We all gotta go sometime.
It's that kind of mentality that allows cancer-producing industry to thrive. Of course, we're all going to die someday, but you have to pay for it? Do we have to throw hard-earned dollars over the counter and say, please, please, Mr. Merchant Death, please sell me something that will fry my lungs, give me lousy breath, stick up my clothes, and make me a social pariah?
It's not that easy to quit.
Of course it's not. Not when you have people like this mindless cretin so happy and willing to sell a pack of death to you.
Hey, now wait a sec.
Oh, listen to him talk. Now, he'll launch to this rap how he's just doing his job, following orders. Well, let me tell you about another bunch of hate mongers that were just following orders. They were called Nazis, and they practically wiped out an entire nation of people from Earth, just like cigarettes are doing now. Cigarette smoking is the new Holocaust, and those that partake in the practice of smoking and sell the wares promoted are the Nazis of the 90s. They don't care how many people die from it. They smile as you pay for your cancer sticks and say thank you or have a nice day.
I think you better leave now.
You want me to leave? Why? Because someone's revealing the truth? Because someone is showing you for who you really are?
You're loitering in here, and you're also causing a disturbance.
You're the disturbance, friend. And here, I'm buying some gum. There, I'm no longer loitering. I'm a customer. A customer engaged in a discussion with the other customers. Yeah.
Yeah. Now shut up so you can speak.
Oh, see, he's scared now. He sees the threat. He sees the threat we present. He smells the change coming and the loss of sales when the non-smokers finally demand satisfaction. We demand the right to breathe clean air.
Yeah.
We want to abolish the heinous practice, and if that means ruffling some feathers along the way of some convenience store jerk, then so be it.
That's it. Everybody out.
We're not moving. We have a right, a constitutional right to assemble and be heard.
Yeah, but not in here.
What better place than this to stamp it out? You got to start at the source.
Like I'm responsible for all the smokers.
The ones in Leonardo, yes. You encourage their growth, their habits. You're the source of the area, and we're closing you down for good. For good, cancer merchant.
The small crowd begins to chant and cheer in Dante's face.
Cancer
Cancer
merchant!
merchant!
Cancer merchant! Cancer merchant! Cancer merchant!
Veronica enters and surveys the mess. The crowd throws cigarettes at Dante, pelting him in the face. Suddenly, a loud blast is heard, and white powder explodes over the thrall. People run screaming in all directions, mostly towards the door. Veronica stands on I can't read apparently. Veronica stands on one of the freezer cases, spraying the off-camera crowd with a fire extinguisher.
Disperse! Disperse!
The crowd flows through the door, followed by the activist.
You can't kill all of us, you.
He is blasted in the face by some extinguisher dump. He flees. Veronica climbs off the freezer case and places the extinguisher next to Dante. Dante is sitting on the floor, head folded in his arms.
God, I hate anti-smoking militants.
Dante is silent.
Thank you, Veronica. You saved me from an extremely ugly mob scene.
Dante remains silent.
Okay, Jim,
Veronica.
what's wrong?
Dante lifts his head and shoots her a disgusted look.
All right, stupid question. But don't you think you're taking this a bit too hard?
Too hard? I don't have enough indignities in my life. People start throwing cigarettes at me.
At least they weren't lit.
I hate this fucking place.
Then quit. You should be going to school anyway.
Please don't start, Veronica. Last thing I need is a lecture at this point.
All I'm saying is that if you're unhappy, you should leave.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I know. I stopped by your house and your mom said you left at like 9 or something.
Arthur got sick and I had to come in.
Don't you have a hockey game at 4?
Yes, and I'm gonna play like shit because I didn't get a good night's sleep.
Why did you agree to come in then?
I'm only here until 2, then I'm gone. The boss is coming in.
What time?
2, I said.
No, what time did you go to bed? You left my house at 10:30.
I don't know, like 2:30, 30?
What were you doing?
Huh? Nothing.
What were you doing?
Nothing. Jesus, I gotta fight with you now?
Who's fighting? Why are you so defensive?
Who's defensive? Would you just hug me? Alright? Your boyfriend was accosted by an angry mob and he needs to be hugged.
She stares at him.
What?
You're trying to change the subject.
What?
You're trying to change the skirt. Something here. I want to know what it is.
I'm not skirting anything.
Why did you go to be so late?
Jesus, I don't know. I was
That psychotic called you.
just watching TV. What are you
I knew it! That fucking bitch called you!
talking about? Nobody called me. I was watching TV.
Veronica shakes her head angrily.
What? What is that?
She called you, didn't she?
Nobody called me. Would you please hug me? I just went through a very traumatic experience and I haven't been having the best day so far. Now come on.
Veronica stares at him.
What? What's with that look? I wasn't talking to anybody, especially her. Look at you, being all sorts of, I don't know, standoffish?
Veronica looks away.
Fine. You don't trust me? Don't hug me. Now I see how it is. All right, little Miss Pissy Pants. Just go on being suspicious and quiet. I don't even want to hug you at this point.
Veronica looks back at him.
Give you $1.
Cut to interior, convenience store day. A note on the counter next to a small pile of money reads, "Please leave money on the counter. Take change when applicable. Be honest." Dante and Veronica are slumped on the floor behind the counter. Veronica holds Dante in her arms, his head on her chest. Change is heard hitting the counter.
Thanks.
The door is heard opening and closing. A customer leaving.
How much money did you leave up there?
Like $3 in exchange and a couple singles. People only get the paper or coffee this time of morning.
You're trusting.
Why do you say that?
How do you know they're taking the right amount of change or even paying for what they take?
Theoretically, people see money on the counter and nobody around. They think they're being watched.
Honesty through paranoia.
Yes, I'm testing my hypothesis, gauging the control group's response.
Kind of Pavlovian. Everyone probably thinks we're screwing back here.
You think so? Next time someone comes in, mow.
Why?
Then people will think I'm a good lover.
We wouldn't want them to know the truth.
Nasty. You saying I'm not a good lover?
You have your moments.
I'm not a good lover?
Calm down, you're a good lover.
Am I a great lover?
I tell you, you are the greatest composer known to me.
You even sound like F. Murray Abraham.
So what about you?
I don't sound like F. Murray Abraham?
You know what I mean? I've boosted your ego, now boost mine.
You as a lover? You do the job.
Thank you. A fist can do the job.
What do you want me to say? Women as lovers are all basically the same. They just have to be there.
Be there?
Making a male climax is not all challenging. Insert somewhere close and preferably moist. Thrust. Repeat.
How flattering.
Now, making a woman come. Therein lies the challenge.
Let's hear this.
Every woman requires a different technique. What works for some doesn't work for others. The talented man is patient and resourceful, applying various maneuvers in an effort to disconcern the exact procedure that brings a woman to the heights.
Do you actually believe this stuff?
Like Bible truth.
I'm insulted. Believe me, Don Juan. It takes a lot more than a wet hole to get a guy up. Just being there, as you put it, is not enough. It requires some precision timing to not cut the blood-emerged member on canines and incisors.
Oh shit, I have a dentist appointment on Wednesday.
And who do you think keeps the train on track in the throes of passion? If we left it up to you guys, you'd fall out every other pullback.
This is a matter of pride with you.
It was astonishing to hear you trivialize my role in our sex life.
It wasn't directed at you. I was making a broad generalization.
You are making a generalization about broads. You should hear your McCloughan self.
These are my opinions based on my experiences with the myriad females goodly enough to sleep with me.
How many?
How many what?
How many girls have you slept with?
How many different girls? Didn't we already have this discussion once?
We might have. I don't remember how many.
Including you?
It better be up to and including me.
Dante
12.
pauses to count.
You slept with 12 different girls?
Including you? Yes.
Pause. She slaps him.
What the hell was that for?
You're a pig.
Why'd you slap me?
Do you know how many different men I've had sex with?
Did I get to slap you after you tell me?
3.
Sorry?
3 including you.
You've only had sex with 3 different people.
Because I'm not the pig you are.
Who?
Who?
No, who were the 3 besides me?
John Franson and Rob Stanslick.
That's great. I can't believe that.
Believe it, only 3. And each of them I dated for a long time before even considering it.
Who are you kidding? We did stuff on the first night.
Stuff, but not sex. We didn't have sex until 4 months into our relationship, you and I.
God, you're right.
See?
Wow, that's great. That's something to be proud of.
I am, and that's why you should feel like a pig.
Believe me, I do feel like a pig now.
You men make me sick. You'll sleep with anything that says yes.
Animal, vegetable, or mineral.
Vegetable meaning paraplegic.
They put up the least amount of struggle.
After dropping a bombshell like that, you owe me.
How about I lock the door and pay you back then?
Small change? I don't think so.
Is that a jab at my penis? Is my dick small? Because I'd really like to know if it is.
It's not a jab at your penis, God. Must everything be about sex with you? You're so uptight.
Well, you said small change, so...
Yeah. Anyway, I want you to come with me on Monday.
Where?
To school. There's a seminar about getting back into the scholastic program after a lapse in enrollment.
Can't we ever have a discussion without that coming up?
It's important to me, Dante. You have so much potential that just goes to waste in this pit. I wish you'd go back to school.
Jesus, would you stop? You make my head hurt when you talk about this.
Veronica stands, letting Dante's head hit the floor.
Shit, you slammed my head on the floor.
I didn't slam your head on the floor.
Riddling my cranium with neurological damage. Why are we getting up?
She extends her hands to him and pulls him up.
Unlike you, I have a class in 45 minutes.
A handsome young man, William, is standing at the counter. Veronica reacts to him.
William, how are you?
Ronnie, how are you? You working now?
No, I'm just visiting my man. Dante, this is William Black. This is Dante Hicks, my boyfriend.
How are you? Just a soda?
And a pack of Marlboro too. You still got on the Seton Hall?
No, I transferred to Monmouth this year. I was tired of missing him.
Do you still talk to Sylvia? Sylvie?
I just talked to her on Monday. We still hang out on weekends.
Oh, that's cool. Tell her I said hi.
I will. Take it easy.
Bye.
William exits.
Bye. Snowball.
Why do you say that?
So and I used to call him Snowball all the time. It's a blowjob thing.
What do you mean?
After he gets a blowjob, he likes to have the cum spit back into his mouth while kissing. It's called snowballing.
You requested this?
He gets off on it. It's not like he's gay or anything. He just likes the taste of his own cum.
That's strange. And Sylvan did that for him?
Sylvian, no. I snowballed him.
Yeah, right.
I'm serious.
A moment of silence as Dante chuckles fade to comprehension.
You sucked his dick?
Yeah. How do you think I knew he liked it?
But you said you only had sex with 3 guys. You never mentioned him.
That's because I never had sex with him.
You just sucked his dick.
We went out a few times. It wasn't like I met him and my head started bobbing.
Oh my god. Why did you tell me you only slept with 3 guys?
Because I did only sleep with 3 guys. That doesn't mean I never went with anyone else or just fooled around.
I feel nauseous.
I'm sorry, Dante. I thought you understood.
I did understand. I understood that you slept with 3 different guys, and that's all you said.
Please calm down.
How many?
Dante,
How many dicks have you sucked?
let it go.
How many?
All right, shut up a second and I'll tell you. Jeez, I didn't freak like this when you told me how many girls you fucked.
This is different. This is important. How many?
She counts in her head, holding up the occasional finger as a mark. Dante waits on a customer in the interim. Then another Veronica stops counting.
Well,
Something like 36.
what? Something like 36?
Lower your voice.
What the hell is that anyway? Something like 36. Did that include me?
37.
I'm 37?
I'm going to class.
37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
Dante chases Veronica down and grabs her by the door.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
I'm going to class, Dante, before you humiliate me even more.
The customer exits.
I can't believe this.
Hey, listen, jerk. I never said I was a pristine virgin. Until today, you never even knew how many guys I'd slept with because you never bothered to ask. And then you act all nonchalant about fucking 12 different girls. Well, I never had sex with 12 different guys.
No, but you sucked enough dick.
Yeah, I sucked dick a few times.
A few?
And one of those dicks was yours, the last one I might add, which, if you're too stupid to comprehend, means that I've been faithful to you since we met. All the other guys went with before I met you, so if you want to have a complex about it, go ahead. But don't look at me like I'm the town whore, because you were plenty busy yourself before you met me.
Well, why did you have to suck their dicks? Why didn't you just sleep with them like any decent person?
Because going down isn't a big deal. It's like kissing for me. I used to like a guy, we'd make out, and sooner or later, I'd go down on him. But I only had sex with people I was in love with.
I feel sick.
I love you. Don't feel sick.
Every time I kiss you, now I'm going to take 36 other guys.
Veronica violently lets go of him.
I'm going to school. Maybe later you'll be a bit more rational.
37. I just can't.
Goodbye, Dante.
She exits in a huff. Dante stands there in a silence for a moment. Then he swings the door open and yells out.
Try not to suck any more dicks on your way through the parking lot.
2 men were walking the opposite direction outside, double back and head in the direction Veronica went.
Hey, get the hell away from her.
Dante races after them. Cut to interior, convenience store day. A video cassette encased in the customary black box flips repeatedly, held by an impatient grasp. The impatient customer glares at Dante. Dante studies a copy of Paradise Lost, making a strong attempt at not noticing the glare.
I thought this place was supposed to open at 11 o'clock. It's 20 past.
Called his house twice already. He should be here soon.
It's not like I'm demanding a job. I'd like to get paid to sit around and watch TV. The other day I walked in and there was a son of a bitch just sleeping.
Sure he wasn't asleep.
Calling me a liar?
No, he was probably just resting his eyes.
What the hell is that? Resting his eyes. It's not like he's some goddamn air traffic controller.
Actually, that's his night job.
Such a smartass. But go ahead. Crap wise. That's why you're jockeying a register in a fucking convenience store instead of doing an honest day's work.
Words like daggers.
I got no more time to bullshit around waiting for that son of a bitch. You make sure this gets back. The number's 812. We ask. and I wanted to get a damn movie too.
Just tell me the title of the eventual choice. I'll have him hold it for you when he comes in.
Don't bother. I'm going to Big Choice Video instead.
He storms out. Dante lifts a ring of keys from the counter.
You forgot your keys.
Half-filled trash can swallows the ring of keys. Cut to exterior convenience store day. Another anxious customer leans against the video store door. A hapless Randall drifts by and stops. He glances at the door, peers inside, gives the door a tug.
The guy ain't here yet.
You're kidding. It's almost 11:30.
I know. I've been here since 11.
Man, I hate it when I can't rent videos.
I would have went to Big Choice, but the tape I want is right there on the wall.
Yeah, which one?
Dental school.
You came for that too? That's the movie I came for.
I have first dibs.
Says who?
I've been waiting in line for half an hour. I'd call that first dibs. It's only fair.
Life isn't fair, and neither is the cutthroat world of video renting.
Whatever. But that tape is mine.
Relax. The tape is yours.
Damn right it is. Nothing short of God is going to stop me from getting that tape.
Well, we'll just see what the guy in charge says when he finally shows up to open, won't we?
Randall walks away. The very anxious customer stands like a sentry at a post. The impatient customer storms up.
You see a pair of keys lying around here somewhere?
Cut to interior convenience store day. Randall dances in, attempting a soft shoe routine. He sees Dante and stops dead mid-shuffle.
You're late.
What the hell are you doing here? I thought you were playing hockey at 4.
The boss called at 9. Arthur fell ill.
No shit. I'm glad he didn't call me.
He did call you. He said it sounded like you were in bed with another man.
If I didn't know you were working, I would have come even later.
A pile of video cassettes is piled onto the counter with a single key atop.
Well, you were missed, I assure you. The locals are screaming for your blood.
Oh shit, my...
What? Okay. What time did you have to stay still?
He showed me that he'd be here by 2.
The boss? Shit, man. How am I supposed to get some sleep?
Go open the store. I don't want you to see the town draw and quarter you. Okay, let's see if he comes back and...
We lost the narrator.
Yeah. Let's see if he comes back. We'll move on in a couple minutes if he doesn't come back. He's still in the room.
Oh,
And he's
we've now reached the middle of the film.
Intermission.
This has been fun so far.
You make a great Veronica, man.
Oh, yes, you do. Good job.
It was so hard. When I was reading Arthur, it was so hard not to break. I mean, I did break.
What page are we on?
We are on
God,
page
you don't deserve to know.
34.
34.
Which one? 34?
Yeah.
Well, because I move forward in the script to where my next lines are.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing too. Just so I know when I'm coming up.
When's
But no, this is
Tyler
super fun so
coming in?
far.
When's Carter coming in?
Hmm?
Is it like, when's Carter coming in? Because I'm getting all like the...
Yeah, Coho starts coming in.
Okay.
The front seems very Michael heavy.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. I was like, did Mike forget?
If you use the game, I should totally do it for the room.
Okay, we finished without you. We're all done.
We're done.
Oh, no.
It was over.
It's over.
It'd be sped red.
The rest of the script was read. Where did we get to?
We
I don't
were
know.
on the very anxious customer on page 34.
And we just paused.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine might be a little bit different than your guys's. It's weird. What now sits the ground? Now sits on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Cut to exterior convenience store. The very anxious customer now sits on the ground next to the video store door. Randall balances his burden and shoves the key into the lock. The very anxious customer stares as Randall enters the store. The door closes behind him. only to be held ajar in a gentlemanly fashion for a few moments later by Randall. He smiles and hums pleasantly as the woman rises and enters. Cut to interior convenience store day. A coffee filter is shoved in a metal pan and ground coffee heaps upon it. We've seen this same routine done before. Dante crosses back to his post as Randall enters, tossing the key in the air happily and catching it.
Some guy just came in for refusing to pay late fees. He said the store was closed for 2 hours yesterday. I tore off his membership.
Shock and abuse of authority.
I lord over the video selections of this one-source town.
Don't let it go to your head.
Now, I know why there has always been an aristocracy, a monarchy. I can appreciate the philosophy of the ruling class.
You work in a video store, and badly, I might add.
Want something to drink? I'm buying.
Randall adjusts a container full of licorice. Randall pulls a soda from the cooler.
Who was on your phone this morning about 2:30? I was trying to call you for half an hour. I want to use your car.
He walks by a row of snacks and grabs one without looking at it.
Snack cake?
Dante climbs into his seat behind the register. Randall grabs a paper and joins him behind the counter, sitting on a stack of magazines.
You don't want to know.
Again? Girls got you with the balls of steel.
Caitlin calls all the time lately.
Do you ever tell Veronica?
One fight a day with Veronica is about all I can stomach, thanks.
What do you fight about?
I guess it's not really fighting. She just wants me to leave here, go back to school, get some direction, shave.
Shave?
I guess it's not really fighting. She just wants me to leave here, go back to school. That's my fault. It's Chase.
I've heard that before. I'll bet the most frequent topic of argument is Caitlin Bray.
You win.
I'm going to offer you some advice, my friend, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Remove all thoughts of Caitlin Bray from your conscience net. You've been with Veronica for how long now?
7 months.
All the points she made, with the exception of the shaving request, are comments only made by someone who cares.
Or someone who whines.
How long did you date Caitlin?
5 years.
She only made you miserable. She cheated on you how many times?
8. Almost 9.
Almost 9. What does that mean?
We were at a party senior year and I got blitzed and passed out in the bedroom. Caitlin comes in and dives all over me, tells me to take her from behind.
You're kidding.
I tell you, it was the most incredible sex we ever had. It was fantastic.
Where's the cheating come in?
In the middle of it, she calls me Brad.
She called you Brad?
She called me Brad.
That's not cheating. People say crazy shit during sex. One time I called Samantha Mom.
I hit the lights and she freaks. Turns out she thought I was Brad Jobin.
What do you mean?
She was going to cheat on me and she was supposed to meet Brad Jobin in a bedroom. She picked the wrong one.
Oh my God.
Great story, isn't it?
That girl was vile to you.
Interesting postscript to that story. Do you know who wound up going with Brad Jobin in the other dark bedroom?
Your mother.
Alan Harris.
Chess team Alan Harris?
2 moved to Idaho together after graduation. They raised sheep.
That's frightening.
Yeah, well, different strokes.
In light of this lurid tale, I don't see how you could ever romanticize your relationship with Caitlin, the demon/bitch that broke your heart and inadvertently drove men to deviant lifestyles.
Because there was a lot of good in our relationship.
Oh yeah.
I'm serious. Aside from the cheating, we were a great couple, but that's what high school's all about. Algebra, bad lunch, and infidelity.
You think things would be any different now?
They are. When she calls me now, she's a different person. She's frightened and vulnerable. She's about to finish college and into the real world. That's got to be scary for anyone.
We're in the real world. It's not scary.
No, but we're used to it now. Caitlin's been cloistered away in a campus life for 4 years. It's got to be frightening to leave that behind.
A store got robbed in Hazlet.
Talking to myself here.
No, I'm listening. She's leaving college and
she's looking to me for support. And I think that this bond of trust is leading our relationship to a new level. And it's going to be hard to allow the relationship to blossom if I'm involved with Veronica.
So that's why all the arguments.
I think so. I think it's some kind of manifestation of subconscious desire to break away from Veronica so I can pursue the possibility of a more meaningful relationship with Caitlin.
And Caitlin's on the same wavelength?
I think it's safe to say yes.
Then I think all 4 of you had to better sit down and talk it over.
All 4 of us?
You, Veronica, Caitlin, and Caitlin's fiancé.
The headline of the engagement announcement reads, Bree to marry Asian design major. Cut to interior video store day. Randall dials the phone. He holds it, list in his hands.
Yes, I'd like to place an order. Please. Thank you.
A mother and her small child approach the counter.
Excuse me, do you sell videotapes?
We have a limited selection in the store, but I can order any title we don't have. What were you looking for?
Happy Scrappy!
It's called Happy Scrappy the Hero Pup.
Happy Scrappy!
I'm on the phone with the distribution house now. Let me make sure they have it. What's it called again?
Happy Scrappy the Hero Pup.
Happy Scrappy!
She loves the tape.
Obviously. Yes, hello. This is RST Video calling. Customer number 435029. I'd like to place an order. Okay. I need one of each of the following tapes. Whisper in the Wind, To Each His Own, Put It Where It Doesn't Belong, My Pipes Need Cleaning, All Tit Fucking Volume 8, I Need Your Cock, Ass Worshipping Rim Jobbers, My Cunt and 8 Shafts, Come Clean, Come Gargling Naked Sluts, Come Buns 3, Coming in a Sock, Coming on Eileen, Huge Black Cocks with Pearly White Cum, Slam Set Out My Two Loose Ass, Ass Blasters in Outer Space, Blowjobs by Betsy, Sucking Cock and Cunt, Finger My Ass, Playing with My Puss, Three on a Dildo, Girls Who Crave Dick, Girls Who Crave Cunt, Men Alone 2, the KY Connection, Pink Pussy Lips, and All Holes Filled with Hard Cock. And oh, what was the name of that movie?
Happy Scrappy the Hero Pup.
And a copy of Happy Scrappy Hero Pop. Okay, thanks. 1649. It'll be here on Monday.
Silence. Then
Cunt.
cut to interior convenience store day. Dante is on the phone.
Yes, I'd like to check on a misprint or error in today's edition. Today's edition. It says breed to wed Asian design major. In the announcements column. No, everything's spelled fine. I just want to know if the piece was a misprint or something. I don't know, like a typographical error or something? Maybe it's supposed to be Caitlin Bray or Caitlin Bree with one E. I'm a curious party. A curious party? I'm an ex-boyfriend. Well, it's just that we talk all the time and she never mentioned this engagement, which is why I'm thinking maybe it's a misprint. Are you sure? Maybe there's like a vindictive printer working for you. Meaning like someone who maybe, I don't know, asked her out once and got shot down and is revenge at throwing this bogus article in when the paper went to press. Hello? Hello?
Dante hangs up the phone. He looks at the paper ruefully, shaking his head. He walks back to the counter and begins ringing up an order. Buyer, which includes fabric softener. A reflective customer stares at the fabric softener.
812.
The buyer digs for the change and then abruptly turns attention to reflective.
What the hell are you looking at?
What? Oh, sorry.
What, is there something on my shirt or?
No, I was just staring at your fabric softener and I kind of...
Noticed what, a rip off the stories?
No, I was thinking about this kitten my family had when I was 9.
Insert quick shot of kitten.
Kitten?
Scruffles. My neighbor's cat had a kitten, then we adopted one. We named her Scruffles.
I think I have the change in my pocket.
That kitten loved to sleep. It was the only kitten I've ever seen that didn't want to run and play and all that shit. I just like to sleep.
Insert quick shot of kitten sleeping.
Can I have a bag that, or can I have a bag that? Sure.
See, the thing was, Scruffles loved to find weird places to crawl up in sleep. He'd crawl into a shoe and sleep or in a Tupperware bowl. He liked warm places.
Here it is.
One morning, my mother was doing laundry, and she got some whites in the hamper.
Cut to interior laundry room day. Flashback. A woman walks away from an open dryer, passing a kitten.
So she goes to get them, and she left the dry door open, which was really no big deal. She'd done it thousands of times before.
The kitten stares at the open dryer.
But we never had a kitten before.
The woman grabs the clothes from the hamper.
So while my mother is getting the other laundry,
The kitten is halfway in the dryer.
Scuffles was finding a new warm place to sleep.
The woman enters the kitchen with the whites. She drops them on the floor and pulls the washed laundry from the washing machine. She reacts to the phone and answers it, holding the laundry.
And then my Aunt Kathy called, so my mother wasn't paying too much attention to anything, really.
She tosses the laundry into the dryer.
It's no big deal. I mean, who looks in the dryer before they turn it on anyway?
The kitten is quickly glimpsed from beneath wet clothes as the dryer door slams shut. Oh my god.
The vet said it probably wasn't that painful.
A hand turns the dryer dial and presses the starting button.
He said Scribbles might have even slept through it.
The dryer slightly vibrates, performing its duties. Cut to interior convenience store day. Dante and the buyer more or less open-mouthed stare more or less open-mouthed. The reflective man gazes into space.
We never had another pay after that. My mother was institutionalized 3 years later. Do you have any dry prunes?
Dante. Oh, sorry.
No, we've never had those.
Damn. Okay. Well, thanks anyway. If you're going to buy those things, make sure we'll just be careful.
The reflective man exits. Dante and the buyer stand in silence. The door swings open, and Randall leans in.
Turn on channel 9, Hermaphrodites.
Cut to exterior convenience store day. Jay, Silent Bob, and Olaf lean against the wall. I was there, man. I was sliding and slipping, and all of a sudden she comes out with, "Don't come in me." It ruined the mood, man. So then I gotta pull out and spank it to get it on. I fucking hate jerking off when I don't have to, dude. It's the biggest letdown. So I blow a nut on her belly, and I get out there just as my uncle walks in, and he's asking what we were doing. And I'm like, listening to CDs and talking. It was such a close call. I tell you what, dude. I don't care if she is my cousin. I'm gonna knock those boots again. 2 girls join them. Oh shit, look who it is, the human vacuum.
Scumbag, what are you doing?
Nothing, just hanging out, talking with Silent Bob and his cousin.
He's your cousin?
Check this out. He's from Russia.
No way.
I swear to God. Silent Bob, am I lying? Silent Bob shakes his head no. See? And Silent Bob never told a lie in his life.
What part of Russia?
I don't fucking know. What am I, his biographer? To Olaf. Olaf, what part of Russia are you from? Olaf looks quizzically to Silent Bob.
Dome.
Moscow.
That was good.
Whose girl or what?
He only speaks Russian. He only speaks Russian?
He knows some English, but he can't not say it good like we do.
Is he staying here?
He's moving to the big city next week. Check this out. He wants to be a metal singer.
No way.
Olaf, metal. Olaf makes a metal face and strikes an air guitar chord. That's his fucking metal face. He fucking kills me. Olaf, girls nice?
Skrielnik.
That's fucked up.
What'd he say?
I don't know, but he makes me laugh, man. He's a fucking character.
He really wants to play metal?
Yeah, he's got his own band back in Moscow. I think it's called Fuck Your Yankee Blue Jeans or something like that.
That doesn't sound metal.
You gotta hear him sing. Olaf, Berserker. Olaf laughs and shakes his head. Come on, man, sing Berserker. Olaf laughs and shakes his head again.
Does he sing in English or Russian?
English. Come on, man, Berserker. Girls like. Think Olaf sexy.
Da.
He's gonna sing it. This is too funny.
My love for you, just like a truck berserker. Would you like some making of berserker?
That kills me.
Did he say making fuck?
Wait, there's more. Olaf, sing.
My love for you is like rock berserker. Would you like to smoke some pot berserker?
Cut to interior video store day. Randall leans back in his chair, staring up at the TV. The theme song to Star Wars plays. He stands up, points the remote, clicks the TV off, and ponders. Cut to exterior video store day. Randall locks the door and walks away while Olaf sings for the small crowd.
My love for you is ticking clock berserker. Would you like to suck my cock berserker?
Cut to interior convenience store day. Dante is tugging at a can of Pringles potato chips. The can is stuck on a man's hand.
You hold the counter and I'll pull.
Usually I just turn the can upside down.
Maybe we should soap up your hand or something.
Yeah, just put some kind of warning on these cans like they do with cigarettes.
I think it's coming now.
The can pops off, and Dante staggers back a few steps. The man rubs his hand.
Thanks. I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital.
I'll throw this out. Precautionary measure.
Stings a little.
A work of advice. Sometimes it's best to let those hard-to-reach chips go.
Dante steps behind the counter.
Thanks.
The man exits as Randall enters. Dante throws the canister away.
You know that article is accurate? Caitlin's really engaged in Asian design major. Can you believe that?
You know what I just watched?
Me pulling can off some moron's fist?
Return of the Jedi.
Didn't you hear me? Caitlin really is getting married.
Which did you like better, Jedi or The Empire Strikes Back?
Empire.
Uh-oh.
Did we lost Dante?
Go ahead,
It's you
Mike.
next.
Go, start
Oh,
again.
is it me?
You cut out.
Oh, shit, sorry. Empire.
Blasphemy.
Empire had the better ending. Luke gets his hand cut off and find out Vader's his father. Hand gets frozen and taken away by Boba Fett. Ends on such a down note. That's life, a series of down endings. All Jedi had was a lot of Muppets.
There was something else going on in Jedi. I just never noticed it until today.
Randall follows Dante as he cleans up around the store.
What's that?
All right. Vader's boss.
The Emperor?
Right, the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is kind of a spiritual figure, yes?
How do you mean?
Well, he's like the Pope for the dark side of the Force. He's a holy man, a shaman, kind of, albeit an evil one.
I guess.
Now, he's in charge of the Empire. The entire Imperial government is under his control, and the entire galaxy is under Imperial rule.
Yeah.
Then wouldn't that logically mean that it's a theocracy? If the head of the Empire is a priest of some sort, then it stands to reason that the government is therefore based on religion.
It would stand to reason, yes.
Hence, the Empire was a fascist theocracy, and the rebel forces are there for battling religious persecution.
More or less.
The only problem is that at no point in this series did I ever hear Leia or any of the rebels declare particular religious belief.
Just because they were fighting the theocratic empire, that doesn't necessarily mean they themselves subscribe to any particular faith. Maybe they just wanted freedom to choose any religion they wanted.
You know what else I noticed in Jedi?
There's more?
A blue-collar man enters and heads to the coffee machine.
Oh, yes. So they built another Death Star, right?
Yeah.
Now, the last one they built was completed and fully operational before the rebels destroyed it.
Luke blew it up, give credit where it's due.
And this one was still being built when the rebels blew it up.
Lando Calrissian did that one too.
There was something that never sat right with me on the second time they destroyed it. I could never put my finger on it. Something just didn't sit right about this the second time around.
And you figured it out?
Well, the thing is, the first Death Star was manned by Imperial Army, stormtroopers, dignitaries. The only people on board were Imperials.
Basically.
So when they blew it up, no problem, it was punished.
And the second time around?
The second time around, it wasn't even finished yet. They were still under construction.
So?
The Death Star just doesn't get built by itself. People have to build it. And do you think only Imperials were building it?
Of course.
Wrong, my friend. A construction job of that magnitude would require a hell of a lot more manpower. I'll bet there were independent contractors working in that thing. Plumbers, aluminum siders, roofers.
Please.
Think about it, Dante. In order to get it built quickly and quietly, they'd hire anybody who could do the job. Do you think the average stormtroopers knows how to install a toilet main? All they know is how to kill in white uniform.
Alright, so even if independent contractors are working on the Death Star, why are you uneasy with its destruction?
All those innocent contractors hired to do a job were killed. Casualties of wars they had nothing to do with. Alright, look, you're a roofer, and some juicy job government contract comes your way. You got the wife and the kids and the two-story in suburbia, and this is a government contract, which means all sort of benefits. All of a sudden, this left-wing military blasts with you lasers and wipe out everything within a 3-mile radius. You didn't ask for that. You have no personal politics. You're just trying to scrap out a living.
The blue-collar man joins them.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt, but what were you talking about?
The ending of Return of the Jedi.
My friend is trying to convince me that any contractors working on the uncompleted Death Star were innocent victims when the space station was destroyed by the rebels.
Ah, well, I'm a contractor myself. I'm a roofer. Done and ready home improvements. And speaking as a roofer, I can say that a roofer's personal politics come heavily into play when choosing jobs.
Like when?
Well, 3 months ago, I was offered a job up in the hills. Beautiful house, tons of property. It was a simple re-shingling job. But I was told if I finished within a day, my price would be doubled. Then I realized who house it was.
Whose house was it?
Dominic Bambino's.
Babyface Bambino, the gangster?
The saying, the money was right, but the risk was too big. I knew who he was, and based on that, I passed the job off to a friend of mine.
Based on personal politics.
Right, and that week, the Foresky family put a hit on Babyface's house. My friend was shot and killed, and he wasn't even finished shingling.
No way.
I'm alive because I knew there was risk involved in taking that particular client. My friend wasn't so lucky. You know, any contractor willing to work on the Death Star knew the risk. If they were killed, it's their own fault. Aurora listens to this, not his wallet.
Blue collar man exits. Dante and Randall remain respectfully quiet for a moment. An angry woman opens the door and pokes her head in.
Is that video store open or not?
Cut to interior video store day. Randall reads a newspaper, tipping his chair back. An indecisive customer studies the two rental choices she holds. She looks from one to the other repeatedly.
They say so much, but they never tell you if it's any good.
Randall hardly stirs and continues to read his paper. The indecisive customer half turns to see if her comment was even heard. She tries again, but this time a different approach.
Are either of these good?
Randall continues to read. The indecisive customer tries harder.
Sir.
Randall continues to read.
What?
The indecisive customer is a tad flabbergasted, but not put off. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Randall, as always, reads them.
I don't watch movies.
The indecisive customer is a tad flabbergasted, but not put off.
Well, have you heard anything about either of them?
Randall does his level-headed best to not get involved.
No.
Oh, no, stop it. The indecisive customer challenges him.
You've never heard anybody say anything about either movie.
I find it best to stay out of other people's affairs.
Well, how about these two movies?
Randall continues to read his paper, not looking up.
They suck.
The indecisive customer smirks smugly at Randall and his paper. She has caught him.
I just held up the same two movies. You're not even paying attention.
No, I'm not.
I don't think your manager would appreciate.
I don't appreciate your ruse, man.
I beg your pardon?
Your ruse. Your cunning attempt to trick me.
I only pointed out that you weren't paying attention to what I was saying.
I hope it feels good.
You hope what feels good?
I hope it feels so good to be right. There is nothing more exhilarating than pointing out the shortcoming of others, is there, ma'am?
The indecisive customer wears a face that belies utter disbelief in the audacity of the most lackadaisical video clerk. The unmoving newspaper illustrates the total disinterest of the news-hungry Randall. The indecisive customer shakes her head in disgust and throws the movies back onto the wall.
Well, this is the last time I ever rent here.
You'll be missed.
Screw you.
She storms out. The paper that Randall is reading lowers suddenly, and we see that he's offended.
Screw me?
He hops over the counter and whips open the door.
You're not allowed to rent here anymore. You got that?
Randall closes the door, stands there momentarily, totally appalled by her exiting remark.
Screw me?
He reaches the counter and grabs a ring of keys. Exiting, he locks the door behind him from outside, gives it a tug to ensure its security, and storms off in the opposite direction of the woman. Cut to interior convenience store. Day. Dante is staring open-mouthed at something. Off camera, Randall hurls the door open and immediately launches into his tirade.
You'll never believe that this unruly customer just said.
Dante,
Wait.
a hand up to urge him to hush.
Wait.
She's in here?
This guy's going through all the eggs. Look.
An odd man sits on the floor, surrounded by cartons of eggs, all open. He grabs a carton from the cooler case, pops it open, and examines each egg carefully.
This has been going on for 20 minutes.
Randall and Dante study the off-camera oddity.
What's he looking for?
He said he had to find a perfect dozen.
Perfect dozen.
Each egg has to be perfect.
The quest isn't going well?
Obviously not. Look at all the cartons that didn't make the grade.
The odd man holds an egg up to the light and studies it from several different angles.
Why doesn't he just mix and match?
I told him that and he yelled at me.
Randall snickers at his friend.
What did he say?
He said that not everyone took the easy way out. He said it was important to have standards. He said nobody has pride anymore.
It's not like you laid the eggs yourself.
I'll give him 5 more minutes, and then I'm calling the cops. I don't need this, man. I'm not even supposed to be here today.
A smoker steps up to the counter.
Pack of Newport, pack of Marlboro. I had a
Dante
stroke.
Dante manages to break his study of the off-camera oddity and searches for the smokes. The smoker glances at Randall and then at the off-camera oddity. The odd man is spitting an egg on the floor. The smoker looks at Randall.
I'm as puzzled as you, dude.
I've seen it before.
You know that guy?
No, I've seen that behavior before. Looking for the perfect carton of eggs, right?
Yeah, how do you know?
I'll bet you $1 million that the guy's a guidance counselor.
Why do you say that?
I was in Food City last year when the same thing happened. Different guy, though. Stockboy told me that Stockboy told me that the guy had been looking through the eggs for like half an hour, doing all sorts of crazy endurance tests and shit with them. I asked the kids how come nobody called the manager, and he says it happens twice a week, sometimes more.
Get out of here.
I kid you not. They call it shell shock. Only happens with guidance counselors for some reason. The kids said they used to make a big deal about it. There's no point.
The odd man places a handkerchief over an egg on the floor. He quickly whisks the handkerchief away to reveal the egg still sitting on the floor.
He said they always pay for whatever they break and they never bother anybody.
Dante, Randall, and the smoker stare at the off-camera man.
Why guidance counselors?
If your job served as little purpose as theirs, wouldn't you lose it too?
Come to think of it, my guidance counselor was kind of worthless.
See? It's important to have a job that makes a difference, boys. That's why I'm a pollster.
Cut to interior convenience store day. POV, Randall. The empty container and the little girl comes into view, smiling and holding money. She can't be more than 5.
Can I have a pack of cigarettes?
Dang it. Randall, without looking up from his magazine, takes her money.
What kind?
Marlboro.
Randall completes the transaction, still reading. The little girl puts a cigarette in her mouth. Randall hands her matches.
Thank you.
She skips away as Dante returns to the counter holding a feather duster.
Did you ever notice all the prices in this place end with a 9? Damn, that's eerie.
You know what the average jizz mopper makes per hour?
What's a jizz mopper?
He's the guy in those nudie boot joints who cleans up after each guy that jerks off.
Nudie booth?
You've never been in a nudie boot?
I guess not.
A female customer pops on items onto the counter. Dante rings her up.
Oh, it's great. You step into this little booth and there's this window between you and the naked woman, and she puts on this little show for you. It's like $10.
What kind of show?
Think of the weirdest things you'd like to see a chick do. These chicks do it all. They insert things into any opening in their body. Any opening. He's lived a very sheltered life.
Can we talk about this later?
And then the jizz mopper's job is to clean up the boots afterwards, because practically everybody shoots a load against the window. And I don't know if you know this, but cum leaves streaks if you don't clean it right away.
This is the last time I come to this place. You're both foul-mouthed, and I find your conversation, quite frankly, offensive.
The customer stands silently, awaiting an apology.
Well, if you think that's offensive.
Randall flips open the magazine's centerfold, a graphic picture of a woman with her vaginal lips and anus spread wide open.
Then check this out. I think you can see her kidneys.
Randall checks out the centerfold wistfully. Dante frantically apologizes to the rapidly exiting customer.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. Please, wait a second. Ma'am.
The door closes and the customer is gone. Dante turns to Randall.
Why do you do things like that? You know she's going to come back and tell the boss.
I don't care. That lady's an asshole. All of the people that come in here are too uptight. This job would be perfect if it weren't for the fucking customers.
I'm going to hear it tomorrow. You were talking dirty to the customers.
You gotta loosen up, my friend. You'd feel a hell of a lot better if you rebuffed into the occasional customer.
What for? They don't bother me if I don't bother them.
Liar. Tell me there aren't customers that annoy the piss out of you on a daily basis.
There aren't.
You pig. How can you lie like that? Vent your frustrations. Come on, let's hear it. Who pisses you off?
It's not really anyone per se. It's more of a separate groupings.
Come on, let it out.
The milkmaids.
The milkmaids.
Insert milk handler. A woman pulls out gallon after gallon, looking deep into the cooler for that perfect container of milk.
The woman that goes through every gallon of milk looking for a later date, as if somewhere beyond all the other gallons is a container of milk that won't go bad for like a decade.
End insert.
See, I knew it. You're unwinding. That's good. You gotta let it out, my friend. I'll help you. You know who I can do without? I could do without the people in the video store.
Which ones?
All of them.
Montage! Insert number 1, Video Jerks, a series of people addressing the camera asking dumb questions.
Do you have the one with the guy who was in the movie that was out last year?
Do you have any new movies in?
What would you get for a 6-year-old boy who chronically wets his bed?
End insert.
And they never rent quality flicks. They always pick the most intellectually devoid movie on the rack.
Montage! Insert number 2. Ooh, an identical series of customers finding their ideal choices.
Ooh, Hook!
Ooh, Navy SEALs.
Ooh, Home Alone.
End insert.
It's like in order to join, they have to have an IQ less than their shoe size.
You think you get stupid questions? You should hear the barrage of stupid questions I get.
Montage! Number 3, dumb questions. A series of people standing in various locations throughout the convenience store asking truly dumb questions.
What do you mean there's no ice? You mean I got to drink the coffee hot?
How much?
Do you sell hubcaps?
End insert.
Who asked you that?
True story, I swear.
You know what people get me in a weird way? The people that buy toilet paper.
Toilet paper?
Yeah, nobody comes to a convenience store and pays $2 for a roll of toilet paper unless they're in a dire need, you know?
Montage! Insert number 4, in dire need. Various shots of people approaching the counter in crouched, bent over, and desperate strides carrying toilet paper rolls.
And every time one of them comes up to the counter, you just know that either they shits on their way or is sitting there already.
End insert.
That bother you?
I don't know. I just find it kind of tacky. It's like, I then know, without a doubt, what they're going to be doing for the next 10 minutes.
A female customer places a box of tampons on the counter. Veronica enters the store carrying books and something covered with aluminum foil.
Little help?
Dante is suddenly by her side, taking the books from under her arm.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you in class?
My afternoon class got canceled. I stopped home and brought you some lunch.
What is it?
Peanut butter and jelly with the crust cut off. What do you think? It's lasagna.
Really? You're the best.
I'm glad you've calmed down a bit. Hi, Randall.
37!
Shut up. Yeah, I've calmed down. I'm still not happy about it, but I've been able to deal.
Randall makes loud slurping noises from OC, from off camera.
Why don't you go back to the video store?
Randall walks past the two and pats Veronica on the head. He exits.
I had to tell him.
I had to tell someone. He put it into perspective.
What did he say?
At least he wasn't 36.
And that made you feel better?
And he said most of them are college guys I've never met or seen.
The ostrich syndrome. If you don't see it,
It isn't there, yes.
thank you for being rational.
Thank you for the lasagna.
I'm going to go back to school now.
What time do you get finished?
8, but I have a sorority meeting till 9, so I'll be back here before you close. Can we go out and get some coffee?
Good. I'll see you when you close then. Enjoy the lasagna.
I just want to. I'm not lost. I just
No, that
the way
was
that's worded. Good
Yeah.
kisses him. Okay.
Yeah, that
she
was weird.
exits. Dante leans against the Freudian slip. She exits. Dante leans against the counter with his lasagna. Randall pops his head in and makes loud slurping noises again. Cut to exterior video store day. A girl tries to take the hat off Jay's head. Silent Bob eats a bagel. Another girl looks on.
Come on, let me wear it.
Fuck you!
Fuck you, let me wear your hat.
This bitch is crazy. You think I'm letting you touch this? You got another thing coming.
Let the baby have his hat.
You're the baby, and I'd sure like to powder your ass, man.
You wish.
Come on, Jay.
You want I should come on your back or on your face? Man.
You're fucking disgusting.
A lost man approaches them.
Excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me.
Cut it out. This is business.
Oh, yeah?
What do you need?
I'm trying to find First Avenue in Atlantic Highlands.
You want directions? Don't you want any weed?
No?
Tell you what. You buy a dime bag off of me and I'll give you directions.
Are you kidding?
Silent Bob, Do I kid about sales? Silent Bob shakes his head no. See? And Silent Bob never told a lie in his life.
I haven't smoked pot in years.
Isn't it time you went home again? Celebrate the moments of your life?
How much?
15.
15 for a dime bag?
This shit's strong, man. 2 hits and you'll be fucked up. 2 hits guaranteed or your money back.
All right.
Here you go. All right, freeze! DEA agents, undercover. Cuff him. Agent Bob, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Silent Bob moves menacingly towards the lost man, reaching into his back pocket, ostensibly for cuffs.
Wait, what is this?
Just kidding. No. Cut to interior convenience store day. Randall is recommending titles to potential customers.
All right. Now, if you're really feeling dangerous tonight, then Smokey and the Bandit Tree is the movie you must rent.
It doesn't even have Burt Reynolds in it.
Hey, neither did E.T., but that was a great movie, right?
Dante opens the door and leans in.
Can you come next door? I gotta make a phone call.
Smokey 3, thumbs up, am I right?
The best Burtless movie ever made.
Dante exits. Randall gives his customer the "what did I tell you" look. Cut to interior convenience store day. The cat lays on the counter. Pull back to reveal Randall as he rings up an order. The customer pets the cat, smiling.
Oh, he's so cute. What's his name?
Lenin's tomb.
Golly over to Dante on the phone.
Hello? Is Mr. Vibari there? This is Dante. Did he say if he was on his way here? Here. The convenience store. I know, but the other guy called out this morning. Mr. Vibari asked me to cover until he got here. He said he'd be here by 2, but it's 2 o'clock now, so I... Excuse me? Vermont? When the hell was supposed to tell me? He promised he was coming by 2. I've got a hockey game this afternoon. Jesus. When does he get back? Tuesday? He's got to be fucking kidding me. I'm not even supposed to be here today. So I'm stuck here till closing. This is just great. I just can't believe. I'm sorry. I don't mean to yell at you. No, I'll be all right. Thanks.
He hangs up. Randall joins him.
Vermont?
Can you believe that son of a bitch?
He didn't mention it when he called you this morning.
Not a fucking word, slippery shit.
So you're stuck here all day?
Fuck!
Why'd you apologize?
What?
I heard you apologize. Why? You have every right to be a world to be mad.
I know.
That seems to be leitmotif in your life, ever backing down.
I don't back down.
Yes, you do. You always back down. You assume blame that isn't yours. You come in when you called as opposed to enjoying your day off. You buckle like a belt.
You know what pisses me off the most?
The fact that I'm right about your buckling?
I'm gonna miss the game.
Because you buckled.
Would you shut the hell up with that shit? I'm not helping.
Don't yell at me.
Sorry.
See, there you go again.
Can't believe I'm gonna miss the game.
Join the club, man. I was going to be stuck here while that no-talent Headley played my position. Now at least we're stuck here together.
Small consolation.
Misery loves company.
You've got a customer.
Randall walks away. Dante shakes his head in frustration and picks up the phone again.
Hello? I can't play today. I'm stuck at work. I'm not scheduled, but just forget it. I can't play. Who else? Headley can't play either? Neither can Randall. Because he's working too. Otherwise he'd be in net.
Randall comes back.
Wait a second. Do we have to play at the park? Hold on. Do you feel limber?
Cut to interior convenience store day. Tape is rolled up around the top of a stick. Laces are pulled tightly. An orange ball is slapped back and forth by a blade. The hockey players fill the convenience store. Some sit on the floor, lean against the coolers, but all are either preparing or practicing. Randall enters, still wearing his equipment. Dante skates to his side.
Pull my laces tighter.
I gotta tell you, my friend, this is one of the ballsiest moves I've ever privy to. I never would have thought you were capable of such blatant disregard for store policy.
I told the guy I had a game today. It's his own fault.
No argument here. Insubordination rules.
Well, I appreciate that, but I don't deserve accolades. I'm not making any statements with this thing. I just want to play hockey like I was scheduled to.
Sanford skates up and skids to a halt.
Don't skid. I gotta mop this.
Dante, let me grab a Gatorade.
If you grab a Gatorade, then everyone's gonna grab one.
So,
So nobody's gonna want to pay for these Gatorades.
what do you care?
I've got a responsibility here. I can't let everyone grab free drinks.
What responsibility? You're closing the fucking store to play hockey in the parking lot.
He's blunt, but he's got a point.
At least let me maintain a semblance of managerial control here.
All I'm saying is, if you're going to be insubordinate, you should go the full 9 and not pussy out when it comes to free refreshments.
What's going to hurt, man? As if you're suddenly going to have to run a Gatorade.
Fucking A.
All right, Jesus, you fuckers are pushy.
We ain't pushy, Dante. You just uptight. Dante said we can all drink free Gatorade.
A laid-back hurrah is heard. Hurrah!
What is that? Do you think I'm uptight?
I'm not a therapist. Are you going to lock the store?
I haven't decided yet. Did you lock the video store?
Look who you're asking. How are you going to run the store and play the game?
Cut to exterior convenience store day. The sign on the door reads temporarily closed, be opened after the first period. The players skate around the street in front of the store. 4 cars block off a makeshift court and prevent traffic from coming through. Bags of potato chip lines the sides, preventing the balls from leaving the arena. Dante skates and passes with another player. Redding stretches against the building. Little kids sit by the store and watch. Randall pulls his mask on and slaps his gloves, urging a shot. Standish skates in and takes a shot, which Randall blocks. Jay and Silent Bob deal to a player. Dante holds a ball in the center of the court.
Ready?
Players take position. A little kid comes to the center and holds the ball in drop position. Dante and Redding face off, and the ball is in play. The game begins as the kids dart out of the court and players engage in a ballet of violence and beauty. Faces are smashed with sticks. Slide tackles are made. Shots are taken. CUs of various players included. Inactive players call out encouragement and slander from the sidelines. Jay and Silent Bob watch amused. You fuck! You're a bum! Skate into the crease! Man, I'll fuck you up! You can't control the ball! You're ugly! I fucked your mother! The little kids view the game with their heads turning from one end of the court to the other. More game playing, including both goalies getting scored on and more face-offs. A customer braves past the action and tugs on the convenience store door. He reads the sign and turns, awed and annoyed at the brazen sign. The game continues despite the new onlooker. The customer shifts from one foot to the other. Finally, he calls out.
When's this period over?
8 more minutes.
Are you shitting me? I want to get some cigarettes.
Dante skids to the sidelines.
If you can just wait a few more minutes.
Fuck that. This is a business.
Dante, where are you?
He's busy.
Dante starts to skate away.
I'll be right back. It's almost over.
He jumps back into the game.
The fuck is this? I want some service.
In a second.
Fuck in a second. This is... Look at you. You can't even pass.
I can pass.
How about covering point? You better stick to jockeying a register because you suck at hockey.
Dante skids back to the sidelines to address the customer.
Who are you to make assessments?
I'll assess all I want.
Dante, are you in or out?
Don't pass this guy. He sucks. You suck.
Like you're better.
I can whip your ass.
A woman pulls at the door behind them. She peers into the store face against the glass.
That's easy to say from over here.
Give me a stick, pretty boy. I'll knock your fucking teeth out and pass all over your ass.
Is the convenience store open?
No!
The woman strides off angrily.
There's a stick over there. You're shooting against the goal. Redding, come off and let this fuck on.
The game continues with the added player running about the court on feet. The little kids eat chips from the bags that act as boards.
Hey, the kids are eating the boards.
A new face-off pits Dante against the customer. The ball drops, and then the ball drops. The two and Dante... Between the two, there we go, I missed the word. The ball drops between the two, and Dante smashes the customer in the jaw with his elbow. He winds up and takes a hard shot. The ball sails past the court, through the air, and into a faraway yard. Dante calls to the sidelines.
Give me another ball.
There are no more.
What the fuck are you talking about? How many balls did you bring?
Sanford skates up to him.
There was the orange ball. The orange ball.
One ball? You only brought one ball?
I thought Reading had like 3 balls.
I thought Dante had the balls.
Nobody has another ball?
Shit.
We get, what, 12 minutes of a game and it's over? Fuck. This is so typical. I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Dante skates off.
You still get free Gatorade, right?
Cut to interior convenience store day. Dante, standing on the ladder, replaces the fluorescent light, and an old man joins him at the foot of the ladder.
Be careful.
I'm trying.
You know the insides of those are filled with stuff that gives you cancer.
So I'm told.
I have a friend that used to chew glass for a living in the circus.
The light in place. Dante descends the ladder and closes it.
And he got cancer by chewing fluorescent bulb glasses?
No, he got hit by a bus.
Oh. Can I help you?
Well, that depends. Do you have a bathroom?
Yeah, but it's for employees only.
I understand. But can I use it? I'm not that young anymore, so I kind of, incontinent.
Sure. Go ahead. It's back to the cooler.
Thanks, son. Say, what kind of toilet paper you got back there?
The white kind?
I'm not asking about the color. I mean, is it rough or cottony?
Actually, it is kind of rough.
Rough. Oof. That stuff rips the hell out of my hemorrhoids. Say, would you mind if I took a roll of the soft stuff back there? I see you sell the soft stuff.
Yeah, but...
Oh, come on, boy. What's the difference? You said yourself that stuff back there is rough.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Thanks, son. You're a lifesaver.
Real quick, my script only goes to page 79.
What the hell? Really?
Yeah. my script only goes to page 79.
Fade to black.
Okay, hang on.
I guess the movie's over.
And cut.
That should be real quick. That's not real quick.
Okay, yeah, let me send you over the other copy.
All
I don't
right.
know why it goes to 79. That's fucking strange.
Yeah,
It's
So
really
glad
shitty.
Kevin Smith went for the surrealist ending.
Oh,
He just cuts in the middle of the day.
Oh,
I want to see the world in which Kevin Smith basically became the next David Lynch.
yo!
I mean, if he would have kept this original ending.
Yeah, he might have gotten there.
All right, let me double check. Let me make sure.
I actually would like to know how he ended up playing in the roof from the street.
Yeah, right. I noticed that too. I was like, did they play on the? I don't know.
They
if
played
it's
on the
my-
roof.
What
maybe
the
it's
fuck
just because
league
I haven't
is
seen
this?
Clerks in 3 years, but I could have swore they were playing on the roof.
What the fuck league that's so important needs a player just can randomly go to play on a roof with
On a
people
roof.
bringing their own balls? This is all a bunch of bullshit.
And how big is this roof? How big is this roof?
This is not a scheduled game. This is playing with your friends. Don't give me that shit.
Like, oh crap, I got a flag football game. Let's play in my living room.
I mean, might as well. Shit.
Hey, I did run what I called classroom tennis league in my classroom last year. It was basically 4 square with 2 squares in the middle of my classroom. I had a tape on the floor for like 3 months. Me and another teacher would play for like an hour and a half after school every day.
When teachers used to miss class and when I was in high school, we used to play baseball with like using like notebooks rolled up as bats and like a bond tape to make a ball.
1 second, guys. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
We would just straight up play football in my classroom.
This year's class didn't get to do that because they were better controlled. I had to do it last year because they couldn't like fucking make it 40 minutes. After a half hour, I was like, fuck it, let's play classroom tennis because you guys are all over the place.
Go get some water quick.
Okay.
Not loud. Pay attention.
Sit your ass down and pay attention.
Sit your ass down, Bo.
Tell us again about how many dicks you sucked.
There's 2.
37.
I will say Boatman did a really good job with that segment because he was like visibly uncomfortable about everything he was saying. But he was but I'd look up, he'd be uncomfortable, but he was like delivering those lines so that when I wasn't looking, I thought he was just committing. So props to Boatman.
Got to.
I feel like next time I might want to watch the movie beforehand because I have no fucking idea what I'm doing.
You've never
I
seen
thought
this?
about it, but I was like,
I seen it like 4 years
even
ago.
if you have, we're
okay.
working on the first draft, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
What the
Oh yeah,
shit, bro?
the ending for this script is very fucking different.
Oh,
Way different. Hold up. Give me
Yeah,
1
he
second,
actually
y'all.
shot that.
Hey,
Oh, you
I
should.
Yeah, he
practiced.
did. You can YouTube it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's on YouTube.
I
He
practiced
actually
like
shot-
10
he
of the
actually shot
lines.
standing and he tested it, and everybody was like, "What the fuck, man? You just shift the movie from a comedy into a whatever."
Wow. Okay. So even that one only goes to fucking 79. What the shit, bro?
What the hell? Dude, I sent you the one I have, which is 158 pages.
Mine is
I
158,
know.
which seems excessive.
Wait,
That's the-
mine's
that's the
204.
Why did you
What?
say- What?
Oh, you know what? Here, I'm
That was
gonna
good.
try something.
Clerks was gonna be a 3-hour epic all about the day of
Mine's
Dante.
158.
All right.
We
all
are
right,
making
you know
this a
what?
3 hour.
Clerks, the Ben-Hur version.
The Ben-Hur version.
Where'd these chariots come from?
Yeah, I just lost the page because
Is that fucking Charlton
We're
Heston?
on 81. I
Okay.
believe.
I
80.
was just
Scorsese.
like
79.
scrolling out of nervous habit.
All right. I'm gonna do it like this instead of having the other document open.
I think you should just
Uh,
make it up the rest of the time. Just
Oh yeah. Yes.
Improv.
1000%. Okay.
And whatever
I'll put the
stage
video
directions
on.
you give, we have to recontextualize our lines to fit it.
Jay is now dungeon master.
So Jay's just like,
Those
and
are
Veronica
fucked.
walks into the middle of the street.
We're
And
gonna.
has to give whatever line is written there, as if
The
that's
kids are
happening.
still eating the boards.
We've now reached the choose your own adventure part of the read through, which we make up the rest of the movie.
Welcome to Clerks Bandersnatch.
Oh,
Do we tell Dante about what Netflix is? Yes or no?
okay. It's time for a second glass before I fuck a corpse.
Oh, I'll be waiting.
oh All right, I've got it. I've got it.
Oh, there you go. I ain't going nowhere.
I can't.
Deadass, I'm so lost.
Okay,
They were on 79
80.
or 80.
the old man walks off. That's where we're at. Page 80, the beginning.
All right. The old man walks off. Dante heads back to the counter. Wait, is Beltman back?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I can't see him on my four screen. On my four screens. The old man walks off. Dante heads back to the counter. The old man returns.
Say, young fella, you know, I hate to bother you again, but can I take a paper or something back there to read? It usually takes me a while, and I like to read while it's going on.
Jesus, go ahead.
Thanks, young man. You've got a heart of gold.
The old Jewish man sifts through some papers and a few magazines. He comes back to the counter.
You know, you probably could have been home already, and the time it's taking you to get here.
Can I trouble you for one of those magazines?
I said go ahead.
No, I mean the ones there, behind the counter.
Dante glances over and reacts.
The porno mags?
Yeah, I like the cartoons. They make me laugh. They draw the biggest titties.
Here, now leave me alone.
Can I have the other one? The one below this one. They show more in that one.
Dante makes the switch.
Thanks, son. I appreciate this.
The old man walks off again. We hear the back door open and close. Then the front door does the same. Randall joins Dante.
Hello, game.
One ball? They come all the way here? I closed the damn store for one ball?
Hey, hockey's hockey. At least we got to play.
Randall, 12 minutes is not playing. Jesus, it's barely a warm-up.
But they were a strong 12 minutes. You played great.
I could have played better if I had more time.
Bitch. You want something to drink?
Gatorade.
Pause, then.
What happened to all the Gatorade?
Exactly, they drank it all.
After an exhausting game like that, I can't believe it.
It's not like we're going to sell out.
Randall comes back with drinks.
You know what Stanford told me?
You enjoyed the free Gatorade?
Julie Dwyer died.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm serious.
Dante is visibly taken aback.
Oh my God.
Sanford's brother dates her cousin. He found out this morning.
How? When?
Embolism in her brain. Yesterday.
Jesus.
She was swimming in the YMCA pool when it happened. Died mid-backstroke.
I haven't seen her in almost 2 years.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't she one of the illustrious 12?
Number 6.
You had sex with a dead person.
You know what I always remember about her?
Listen to you. Already with the eulogies.
She held my hand. Whenever we went somewhere, didn't matter where, she would always take my hand and hold it. When she held your hand, you felt held, you know?
Have any of the other women you slept with died? Because maybe you're cursed, like the cast of Poltergeist.
I'm gonna go to the wake.
No, you're not.
Why not?
Because it's today.
What?
Paulson's funeral parlor. Next show's at 4.
Shit, what about tomorrow?
One night only. She's buried in the morning.
You gotta watch the store. I have to go to this.
Wait. Has it occurred to you that I might be bereaved as well?
You hardly knew her.
True. But do you know how many people are going to be there? All of our old classmates, to say the least.
Stop it. This is beneath even you.
I'm not missing what's probably going to be the social event of the season.
You hate people.
But I love gatherings. Isn't that ironic?
Don't be an asshole. Somebody has to stay with the store.
And it has to be me?
Barring the fact that you have no reason to attend this wake other than you hate being left out, you have no means of transportation to get you there. I was intimate with the girl once, and I have a car.
I'm proud of you.
You're being a dick.
If you go, I'm going.
Come on, Randall. Just work the register for an hour. I'll be back even sooner than that.
I'm going with you.
She meant nothing to you.
She meant nothing to you either until I told you she died.
I'm not taking you to this funeral.
If you go, I go.
I can't close the store.
A customer comes to the counter.
Do you have any more Gatorade back there? I need a case.
No, we're sold out.
You have no Gatorade whatsoever?
No, sorry.
Yeah, right. Lazy fuck.
You just closed the store to play hockey in the parking lot.
Exactly, which means I can't close it for another hour so we can both go to a wake.
So we're not going?
No, forget it. If you won't stay to work so I can go to the wake, then neither of us is going.
Cut to interior, car, day. Dante drives with passenger Randall, their backs to the camera.
You were saying?
Thanks for putting me in a tough spot. You're a good friend.
Do you know where this place is?
It's by the firehouse, up the block in Atlantic.
Silence. Then.
She was pretty young, huh?
25, same as us.
Embolism in a pool.
Must be an embarrassing way to die.
There's nothing compared to how my cousin Jared died.
How'd he die?
Broke his neck.
That's embarrassing.
He broke his neck trying to suck his own dick.
Absolute silence. Then.
Shut the hell up.
Bible truth?
Stop it.
I swear.
Oh my god.
Come on, haven't you ever tried to suck your own dick?
No.
Yeah, sure. You're so repressed.
Because I never tried to suck my own dick?
No, because you wouldn't admit to it. As if a guy is fucking pervert because he tried to go down on himself. You're just as curious as the rest of us, pal. You've tried it.
Who found him?
My cousin? My aunt found him. On his bed, doubled over himself with his legs on top, dick in his mouth. My aunt freaked out. It was a mess.
His dick was in his mouth?
To the hilt. Balls resting against his lips.
He made it, huh?
Yeah, but at what price?
Silence. Then.
I could never reach.
Reach what?
You know.
What, your dick? Try to suck your own dick?
Yeah, like you said, you know. I guess everyone tries it sooner or later.
I never tried it.
Dante glares at Randall. Silence. Then.
Fucking pervert.
Cut to exterior. Funeral parlor, day. Dante and Randall step out of car.
You're worried, aren't you?
I know it's a bad idea to close the store.
Listen to you. Would you quit with the worrying already?
I can't help it. At least when we were playing hockey outside, I could see if anyone wanted to go in. Now.
Dante, be real. Nobody's there. It's 4 o'clock on a Saturday. How many people ever come to the store at 4 on a Saturday?
Cut to exterior, convenience store, day. A massive crowd is outside the store. Cut to interior, funeral parlor hallway, day. Dante and Randall close the door and greet a teary-eyed Bonnie. She hugs Dante and then Randall.
Dante,
Bonnie, how are you doing?
I haven't seen you in, jeez, I don't know how long.
We just found out this afternoon. We were working.
It was a shock. I couldn't believe it.
Randall saunters away.
I know, neither could I.
Why'd you bring him?
Still got the grudge against Randall?
Wouldn't you? Not only did he stand me up for the prom, but he sent Frank Bimley in his place. My senior prom, and I'm standing next to Frank Bimley.
Wasn't he wearing a polyester blazer?
And a polo shirt? I don't even want to think about it. This is so weird, isn't it?
I know, I haven't seen her in almost 2 years, and then I found out she's dead. I was floored.
She was talking about you last week.
Really?
I swear. She said you must feel like an asshole now that Caitlin's going to marry some other guy.
How'd she know Caitlin was getting married?
Caitlin told her.
Caitlin told her?
Caitlin told everyone. You mean she didn't tell you?
No. And who is this guy she's engaged to?
Sang? Oh, he's a nice guy. He's a design major.
You met him?
He's really cute.
Randall joins them.
Don't they usually have food at these things? Where's the finger, son?
Bonnie stalks away angrily.
What? What did I say?
Cut to interior. Funeral parlor viewing room day. Dante and Randall are on a long greeting line heading toward the grieving parents in the casket.
When we get up there, you greet her parents. I'm going right to the coffin.
You're supposed to express regret to the family first.
Yeah, well, I don't think her parents need to see me right now.
What are you talking about?
They caught Julie and I together once.
Get out of here.
Really?
Fucking?
Worse.
Worse than fucking?
Something no parent wants to see their child engaged in.
Butt fucking?
Look where your mind is. It's much be frightening to have your libido.
Terrifying. So what happened?
We were watching TV in a living room, and things started to go on.
With your parents right there?
No, they weren't home.
Oh.
So we're going at it, and it's a living room couch type of situation, so the pants don't come off, per se.
Jeans and panties off one leg, one shoe on.
Always with that one shoe on.
False sense of security.
So I start sliding down, work the nipples, kiss the stomach, then to the goods.
You lady killer.
So I'm eating her out, and she's got the legs wrapped around my head, so I can't really hear much, and she's grinding into my face.
Oh, you were making me hard.
Then out of nowhere,
Oh, shit.
in walk her parents, carrying a couple of videos they had just rented across the street.
Jesus.
So there's Julie, pants and undies half off, my face between her legs, and her parents staring at us.
What happened?
Julie says, Mom, Dad, this is Mrs. Hick's son, Dante,
They knew your mother?
from church.
No way.
Swear to God.
That's classy. That's too cool.
Her parents dropped out of their parish, and Julie got grounded for 2 months.
And you haven't seen her parents since?
No, and I prefer to keep it that way. So you go greet the parents, and I'll go straight to the coffin.
All right.
By this time, Dante and Randall have progressed towards the front of the line. Randall reaches the grieving mother and father of the deceased. Dante faces the other direction.
Mr. and Mrs. Dwyers, I'm really sorry. I went to high school with Julie. She was special.
Thank you. What's your name?
I'm Randall Graves, and this is Mrs. Hicks on Dante.
The dawn of realization that falls over the parents as they're reminded of Dante's identity. They stare angrily. Cut to interior funeral parlor viewing room day. An exposed belly lays perfectly still with hands crossed over the chest above. Dante and Randall stare befuddled. They speak in whispers.
Interesting look.
I can't believe they would want her laid out like this.
I always thought Julie would have an outsy.
A two-top and a dress jacket? What were they thinking?
I believe they're referred to as the belly blouses these days.
I don't understand. Do you think there's some sort of quest she made while she was still alive?
Maybe after a fifth of scotch.
If anyone ever asks, I want to be laid out in a suit.
I don't like this part. Can we just mingle?
She was really pretty. I wish I'd spent more time with her.
I'm very uncomfortable. What are we supposed to be doing here?
Praying for repose of the soul.
I think I saw her chest move.
It's weird. I was intimate with this girl.
There's a lint in her belly button.
Leave it alone.
That's a hell of a way to go to your grave. Lint sticking in your belly button. How do you think no one's pulled it out yet?
Because it's not that noticeable.
Bullshit. It's like a fern.
Could you be quiet for just 2 minutes so I can get a little prayer going here?
Silence. Then.
I'm bored.
Jesus, go wait in the hallway. I'll be there in a minute.
I'll start the car. Give me the keys.
You're king of the pain in the asses here.
Dante tosses the keys to his right. Randall misses them. The keys slide down the dead girl's dress. Dante and Randall stare, shocked.
What are the chances?
Holy shit.
I bet you couldn't do that again if you tried.
You gotta catch the keys.
You could have handed them to me. They're down there, man. I don't even see them.
What the fuck am I supposed to do now? Those are the car keys and the store keys.
Get the Undertaker.
And cause a scene? Screw that. You get them.
Oh, certainly. Fuck you. I'm not reaching into that terminal vagina.
Jesus, stand behind them. I'll get them.
Why am I standing behind you?
To block the view of the crowd.
Should I rub your shoulders to make it look like you're upset?
Yeah, that's good.
They're so gay for each other. Randall stands behind Dante and rubs his shoulders. Dante reaches down the dead girl's dress. A light of mourners stare befuddled at the off-camera pair. Julie's mother and father stare horrified. Point of view, parents, Dante and Randall's backs. As Randall massages Dante, whose hand digs into the casket, rocking back and forth toward the southern region, looking awfully perverted.
You feel anything?
Almost there.
Julie's father muscles in, flanked by Julie's mother.
All right, what the hell? Jesus Christ!
Julie's mother screams. Dante tries to free his hand from the prison-like crotch. Both parents are screaming. The casket falls. Cut to exterior. Funeral parlor, day. Dante and Randall run from the front door, closely chased by a small crowd of angry mourners. Car locks are slammed down. The car screams away. The pursuing crowd stands in the middle of the street and shake their fists and throw things. Cut to exterior. Convenience store, night. The car pulls up, and Randall and Dante get out. Absolutely nobody is outside.
See? What did I tell you? It's that.
Just get inside. I don't know if we were followed.
Did you see the look on her father's face? That was too funny.
Just go. Go open the video store.
What did it feel like? Did you touch your clam?
Jane, Silent Bob joined them. You guys are in trouble, man. This place was packed with people after you left.
Get the fuck out of here, junkie.
I'm serious. Right, Silent Bob? There were so many people outside the store.
Go open the video store. How many times I gotta tell you not to deal outside the store?
I'm not dealing.
Yo, you got any weed?
How much you want? Randall heads to the video store. Dante enters the convenience store and slides the sign to open. After a few seconds, the impatient customer, guy who lost his keys, appears, flashlight in hand, scanning the ground.
Hey, do you see any set of keys lying around here anywhere?
Cut to interior, convenience store, night. Dante rearranges the milk. Randall joins him.
Let me borrow your car.
What for?
I want to pick up Samantha.
Why?
Because she wants to come down.
Dante stands and shakes his head.
I don't think that's a good idea.
What's the big deal? Let me borrow your car.
Dante heads back to the counter. Randall follows.
Must we go through this routine again?
What are you talking about?
She comes here and all you two do is fight.
We did not.
You're right, you won't fight. You verbally massacre each other, and I gotta hear it. It's annoying.
Come on, give me your keys. When we come back, I'll tell you her. I tell her to show your tits.
I don't see your girlfriend's tits.
It's not my girlfriend.
Another thing that gets me about you and her. You fuck like rabbits, but you refuse to call her your girlfriend, and she won't call you her boyfriend. Yet neither of you have sex with anyone else.
Title screw things up.
What are you talking about?
It's true. You slap a title on any relationship, and there's the pressure to live up to the title. This is my girlfriend. That's my boyfriend. All of a sudden, you gotta behave a certain way. Title dictates behavior.
That's bullshit. People dictate their own behavior.
I disagree.
How can you? You're the perfect example.
How do you figure?
You haven't been with anyone but her in almost a year.
Right, and I guarantee that if I'd been calling her my girlfriend all this time, I would have screwed about 5 other chicks as well.
Let me hear this logic.
It's the taboo continuum. Anything that's forbidden is always more appetizing.
Taboo continuum? You're proof that not everyone should have access to dictionaries.
When society dictates a certain type of decorum, it eliminates choices that an individual would probably never consider anyway. But by eliminating said choices, our curiosity is piqued. We want to try anything that's not the American preoccupations with anal sex, drug abuse, infidelity, even necrophilia, as you just yourself displayed today in the funeral parlor.
Shut the hell up.
As it stands, I am quite happy to be monogamous. I have zero desire to fuck anyone else, but if we were labeled with that boyfriend-girlfriend title that you're so big on, I can guarantee you that I'd be out there slamming anything that moved. And why? Because the title insists that I remain Fidelius.
You're twisted.
You disagree?
Yeah, I do.
Example, when we were back in high school, you screwed Maria Baudit while we were dating Caitlin, right? Why?
What do you mean, why? Maria was hot. Everyone wanted to go with her, even you.
So you went with her because you wanted to go with her.
No, I went with her because I was attracted to her.
Fair enough. Now, upon the crumbling of your relationship with Caitlin, I seem to remember Maria Baudis offering you solace in the way of mush nookie. Am I correct?
Yes.
And you never went with her.
I was no longer attracted to her.
And why was that?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
It just wasn't there anymore.
Because there were no restrictions this time around with Maria Baudis. You could have painted yourself blue and 69 her in the middle of town, and short of getting arrested, you wouldn't be in violation of any sex societal code.
Oral sex in the middle of town, painted or otherwise, violates societal codes, my friend.
Ah, yes, but not the boyfriend-girlfriend codes that you so enjoyed breaking while dating Caitlin. And that was the true draw of going with Maria Baudis, because it wasn't allowed at the time.
You're too analytical.
Now, may I borrow your car so that I can pick up the woman to whom I have no social restrictions bind me?
Dante stares at Randall for a beat. Then he tosses him the keys.
What about marriage?
You're not my type.
Cut to interior convenience store day. Wasn't it just night? Dante waits on a customer, trainer. He lifts his gallon of milk into a paper bag, letting out a slight grunt. It was, though, right?
It was 100%. Yeah,
Okay,
100%.
okay.
Wait, what?
The last time the J-Retta scene header, it said interior convenience
Night.
store night, and now it says interior convenience store day.
Yikes, yes. That's right. Okay, somebody needs to hit the gym.
Excuse me?
I heard you strain when you put the milk in the bag. That milk only weighs about 7 pounds.
I didn't strain. I sighed.
I don't think so. That was a grunt. A deep inhalation of oxygen to aid the stretching of muscles. I'm a trainer. I know what kind of sound signifies. You're out of shape.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do. You made the same noise when you reached across the counter for my cash. Your muscles are thin and subtly underutilized.
They are not.
Yes, they are. You're out of shape.
What are you talking about? There's no fat on this body.
No fat, but no tone either. You don't get enough exercise.
A female, Heather, pays for a newspaper.
35.
Let me ask you a question. Look at this guy and tell me if you think he's out of shape.
I don't know. I can't really tell from here.
He is.
I am not.
How much can you bench?
I don't know.
I'd say about 60, 70 tops.
I know I can bench more than that.
I think the lady called it.
My ex-boyfriend was about his height, but he was much bulkier. He could bench 250, 300 easy.
I do about 350. 4.
No way.
Feel that.
That's tight. Solid.
Now feel his. Roll up your sleeve, Chip.
Oh, for God's sakes.
See? You're ashamed. You know you're out of shape. Take my card. I can help you tone that body up in no time. Get you on an aerobics and free weights program.
A suited man carrying a notebook comes to the counter.
I'm not out of shape.
Excuse me, but have you been here all day?
He's got those love handles.
I don't have love handles.
Were you working here at about 4 o'clock?
I've been here since 10 o'clock this morning. Why?
It's probably from being around all this food every day.
Oh, I know. If I had to work here all day, I'd probably be bloated and out of shape too.
I'm not out of shape.
Can I have your name, please?
Dante Hicks. Why? What is this about?
The suited man scribbles in his notebook.
You're Dante Hicks? Oh my God, I didn't even recognize you.
Because he's out of shape.
Do I know you?
Do you remember Alyssa Jones? She hung out with...
Caitlin Bree, yeah.
I'm her sister.
You're Alyssa's sister? Heather?
Yes. I remember you used to come over and make out with Caitlin in my parents' bedroom.
Did you say Caitlin Bree?
Yeah.
Pretty girl, about this girl's height, dark hair, gorgeous body.
Yeah.
And your name is Dante, and you went to Henry Hudson Regional. You play hockey?
How did you know that?
Oh man. Hey, you still going out with her?
She's getting married.
To you?
To an Asian design major.
Shit, this is bizarre. Don't take this the wrong way, bud. I used to fuck her.
What?
Well, you two were dating in high school. We're talking 4 or 5 years ago, back when I drove a Trans Am.
Oh my God, you're Rick Darris?
Yeah.
You know him?
Caitlin used to talk about him all the time.
Really?
Oh yeah, you were the built older guy with the black trans and the big.
Wait a second. You used to sleep with Caitlin Bree while I was dating her?
All the time. You'd be playing hockey or hanging out with your little friends, and I go over to her house. That girl was like a rabbit.
I don't believe this.
I still remember Caitlin telling us about the time you two went to that hotel, the one with the mirrors and the hot tub in the room.
The gallery?
Holy shit, she told you about that? Buddy of mine worked there. Said he watched the whole thing. They used to film people at that hotel. Nobody knew about it.
Jesus.
What else did she say about me?
Do you mind?
No, I'd love to hear this.
She said you were incredibly good, forceful, powerful. She said you used to bring her to the beach at night and do it in the rocks.
What? When? When did all this shit happen?
Hey man, it was a long time ago. Don't let it get to you.
I can't believe you never found out about it, Dante. Everybody in school knew, even in my class.
Jesus Christ, what next?
The suited man rips a piece of paper out of his notebook and hands it to Dante.
Here you go.
What's this?
A fine for $500.
What?
$500? What for?
For violation of New Jersey Statute Section 2A, Number 170/51, any person who sells or makes available tobacco or tobacco-related products to persons under the age of 18 is regarded as disorderly.
What are you talking about?
According to the NJAC, the New Jersey Administrative Code, Section 18(5)/12.5, a fine of no less than $250 is to be leveled against any person reported selling cigarettes to a minor.
I didn't do that.
You said you were here all day?
Yeah, but I didn't sell cigarettes to any kids.
An angry mother called the State Division of Taxation and complained that a man working at the Quick Stop convenience store sold her 5-year-old daughter cigarettes today at around 4 o'clock. Division of Taxation calls the State Board of Health, and they send me down to issue a fine. You say you were working all day, hence the fine is yours. It's doubled due to the incredibly young age of the child.
But I didn't sell any cigarettes to any kids.
To a 5-year-old? What a scumbag.
That's sick, Dante.
I didn't sell cigarettes to any kids, I swear.
The due date is on the bottom. This summons cannot be contested in any court of law. Failure to remit before the due date will result in a charge of criminal negligence, and your warrant will be issued for your arrest. Have a nice day.
The suited man exits, with Dante trying to follow.
But I didn't sell any cigarettes to any kids. Hey.
Forget it. I don't want to deal with a guy that sells cigarettes to a 5-year-old. Hey, can I offer you a ride anywhere?
Sure, how about the beach?
I like the way you think.
The two exit. Dante alone studies the summons. He rubs his forehead.
What the fuck next?
Dante?
Dante spins angrily.
What?
His expression softens.
Caitlin?
Cut to exterior. Video store, night. There we go again. Jay deals with the customer as Silent Bob looks on. That's the price, my brother.
Yo, I don't have that kind of cash.
For this kind of hash, you need that kind of cash.
How long you gonna be here?
Till 10. Then I'm going to John K's party.
You going to John K's party?
My man is deaf. I'm going to John K's party. Yeah.
Yo, don't sell all that, because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get the cash. I'm gonna buy it from you, John K's party. All right? You bring it there, right?
The only place I don't bring my drugs is church, and that ain't till Sunday morning.
All right, yo, I'll see you at the party. See you there?
Yeah, I'll see you there. John leaves. Jay turns to Silent Bob. It's motherfuckers like that who make this a dirty business. Oh, shit. I forgot. We got to cut the blow with flour. Cut to interior convenience store night. Dante and Caitlin are embracing very tightly. We hold on them for a few just to let it sink in. Then...
When did you get back?
Just now?
My God, I haven't seen you since.
Dante, we've got a customer.
Dante hops behind the counter. A customer pays for something while Dante continues to talk.
I just saw Alyssa's little sister outside. She was with Rick Darris.
Let's not talk about that. How'd you get home?
Train? Took 8 hours.
I can't believe you're here.
Another customer comes to the counter.
Excuse me, do you have...
To the back above the oil. How long are you staying?
Until Monday. Then I have to take the train back.
Yet another customer comes to the counter.
Pack a cigarette. Congratulations. I saw that announcement in today's paper. She's marrying an Asian design major.
So I'm told.
The customer leaves.
You saw it?
Very dramatic, I thought. Your mother.
Who else? It's not what you think.
What, it's worth? You're pregnant with an Asian design major's child?
Not pregnant.
Were you going to tell me or just send me an invitation?
I was going to tell you, but then we were getting along so well, I didn't want to mess it up.
You could have broke it to me gently, you know. At least started by telling me you had a boyfriend. I told you I had a girlfriend.
I know, I'm sorry, but when we started talking, it's like I forgot I had a boyfriend, and then he proposed last month.
And you said yes?
Well, kind of, sort of.
Is that what they teach you at this school of yours? Kind of, sort of? Everyone knows about this except me. Do you know how humiliating that is?
I would have told you and you would have stopped calling like a baby.
How do you know that?
Because I know you. You prefer dramatic measures to rational ones.
So you're really getting married?
No.
No, you're not really getting married?
The story goes like this. He proposed, and I told him I had to think about it, and he insisted I wear the ring anyway. Then my mother told the paper we're engaged.
How like her?
Then my mother called me this morning and told me the announcement was in the paper. It's when I hopped on the train to come back here because I knew you'd be a wreck.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Was I right?
Wreck is a harsh term. Disturbed is more like it. Mildly disturbed even.
Love him, macho shad. It's such a turn on.
You came here to what? To comfort me?
Last thing I needed was for you to think I was hiding something from you.
But you were.
No, I wasn't. Not really. I told you I'd be seeing other people.
Yeah, but no, seriously. Christ, you're ready to walk down the aisle. I'd say that constitutes something more than just seeing somebody.
I'm giving him his ring back.
What?
I don't want to marry him. I don't want to get married. Now I'm on the verge of graduation. I want to go to grad school after this, and then I want to start a career. I don't want to be a wife first, and then have to worry about when I'm going to fit in all the other stuff. I've come way too far and studied too hard to let my education go to waste as a housewife. And I know that's what I've become. Sade's already signed with a marriage firm, and he's going to be pulling a huge salary, which would give you no reason to work. And he's so traditional anyway.
Sang? His name is past tense?
Stop it. He's a nice guy.
He's so nice. Why aren't you going to marry him?
I just told you.
There's more, isn't there?
Why, Mr. Hicks, whatever do you mean?
Tell me I don't have anything to do with it.
You don't have anything to do with it.
You lie.
Look how full of yourself you are.
I just believe in giving credit where credit is due, and I believe that I'm the impetus behind your refusal to wed.
If I'm so nuts about you, then why am I having sex with an Asian design major?
Ouch, Jesus, you're so caustic.
I had to bring you down from that cloud you're floating on. When I say I don't want to get married, I mean just that. I don't want to marry anybody, not for years.
So who's asking? I don't want to marry you.
Good. Stay in that frame of mind.
But can we date?
I'm sure Sang and Veronica would like that.
We can introduce them. They might hit it off.
You're serious? You want to date again?
I would like to be your boyfriend, yes.
It's the shock of seeing me after 3 years. Believe me, you'll get over it.
Give me a bit more credit. I think it's time to get back together, you know. I'm more mature, you're more mature. You're finishing college, I'm already in the job market.
This is a market, all right?
Tell me you wouldn't want to go out again after all the talking we've been doing.
The key word is talk, Dante. I think the idea, the conception of us dating is more idyllic than what actually happens when we date.
So, what? So we should just pretend over the phone that we're dating?
I don't know. Maybe we should just see what happens.
Let me take you out tonight.
You mean on a date?
Yes, a real date. Dinner and a movie.
Dante Hicks, dinner and a movie date? I think I've been on that one before.
You have a better suggestion?
How about the Caitlin Bree walk on the boardwalk, then get naked somewhere, kind of a private date?
I hear that's a rather popular date.
Jerk. Here I am, throwing myself. I used to come in your Willie Charms, and you call me a slut in so many words.
What about Sang?
Sang?
Sang.
He's not invited.
He's your fiancé.
I'll offer you my body, and you offer me semantics. He's my boyfriend, Dante, and in case you haven't gotten the drift of why I come all the way over here from Ohio, I'm about to become single again. Yes, allow me to placate your ego. You are the inspiration for this bold and momentous decision, for which I'll probably be ostracized at both school and home. You ask me to know who I choose? I choose you.
So, what are you saying?
Such an asshole.
I'm just kidding.
I can already tell this isn't going to work.
I'll ask Randall to close up for me when he gets back.
Where'd he go? Thought he had to be at your side like an obedient lapdog.
He went to pick up his girlfriend, but he hasn't gotten back yet. Screw it. I'll just lock the store and up and leave him a note.
You're too responsible, but no, I have to go home first. They don't even know I left school. And I should break this disengagement now to my mother, which is going to be incredible, row, considering the words, considering she loves saying.
Who doesn't?
Well, me, I guess. So, I should take my leave of you, but I will return in a little while, at which time, yes, I would love to go for a dinner and a movie with you.
What happened to the walk and the nakedness?
I'm easy, but not that easy. See you later, handsome.
Dante watches her leave. He then explodes in jubilance.
Yes!
A rough, burly man chewing on a stubby cigar comes in.
Hey, when the fuck is that video store gonna open?
Dante grabs the man and dances with him. The man seems to jump right into rhythm of the surreal waltz. Dante finishes by dipping the burly man.
Oh, you dance divinely.
Cut to exterior, video store, night. Jay and Silent Bob lean against the wall. Jay, it's slow. Silent Bob walks out of frame, leaving Jay alone against the wall. He comes back a few seconds later carrying a mini Walkman with 10-watt speakers. He sets it down on the ground and turns it on. House music starts playing. Jay, possessed by the beat, breaks into an impromptu dance in which he busts suggestive and often lewd moves. Silent Bob leans against the wall. Cut to interior, convenience store. Damn, Jesus Christ. Come on. Dante sniffs a package of Fig Newtons. He inhales very deeply. An older lady customer nods her head approvingly. She's in her 70s and she holds a generic brand of Fig Newtons.
Am I right? They smell different.
All I smell is cardboard.
You gotta inhale beyond the cardboard. Go ahead.
Basically, you're saying that the generic fig bars are superior to the brand name Fig Bars.
Isn't it obvious? The smell alone says it all.
I really can't smell either of them through the packaging.
Randall enters and approaches them.
Smell these.
Smells like cardboard.
You can't smell anything because you both watch too much TV.
The older lady goes about her shopping.
There she goes. Off to buy her dog food. That's all people can afford, you know. I saw an episode of Good Times, all about it.
Where's Samantha?
Oh, we had sex at her house. That way I didn't have to bring her here.
I got fined for selling cigarettes to a minor.
No way.
$500.
You're bullshitting.
Dante hands him the summons. Randall reads it.
Holy shit. I didn't think they even enforced this.
Living proof.
I thought you never sold cigarettes to kids.
I don't. You did.
Really?
Little girl, maybe 6 years old.
Holy shit, that girl?
As opposed to the hundreds of other children you let buy cigarettes whenever you work here.
Then how come you got fined?
Because I'm here.
You're lying.
I swear, couldn't make this kind of hell up.
Then why aren't you like screaming at me right now?
Because I'm happy.
You're happy?
I'm happy.
You're happy to get a fine?
No, I'm happy because Caitlin came to see me.
Now I know you're lying.
I swear to God, she just left.
What did you say?
She's not going to marry that guy. She went home to tell her mother.
Kidding.
I'm not.
Wow. You had quite an evening, from the depths of hell to the heights of heaven.
She's coming back and we're going out.
I feel so ineffectual. Is there anything I can do for you?
Watch the register while I carry Mrs. Klepp's groceries to her house for her.
You want me to do it so you can be here when Kentley comes?
Mrs. Klepp doesn't like you. You stay here, and if Caitlin gets back before I do, tell her that I'll be along shortly.
For a little bedroom action?
The older lady comes back to the counter and presents a few items for pricing.
I'm not a bathroom action sort of guy, thank you very much.
What's wrong with sex in the bathroom? Mrs. Krebs, did you ever have sex in the bathroom with your husband while he was still alive?
Oh, God, no. I tried to screw my husband as little as possible. He was an awful lay.
Whoa, I thought you and Mr. Krepp had a great marriage.
Oh, we did, but he was a lousy lay. I was lucky if he lasted 2-3 minutes. I used to top myself off with a rolling pin when he fell asleep.
A rolling pin?
We're talking about the days before vibrating devices, boy. Gals these days have it easier. They don't even need men anymore.
Dante packs the groceries into a large bag.
Well, let's hope that Caitlin doesn't feel that way.
I don't think you have to worry about that. Caitlin's always needed men.
Dante stops packing and glares at Randall.
Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry.
And I call him my best friend.
Hey, what about Veronica?
No, don't bring that up. I don't want to think about that now. Let me enjoy this hour of bliss. I'll think about all that later. In the meantime, nobody mentions the V word.
Can you believe this guy? He's got a girlfriend and he's hounding around after a chick that's engaged to an Asian design major. He's a beast, I tell you.
You leave Dante alone. He's a good boy. When we get to my house, I'm going to give you a nice piece of dog food meatloaf. That's all we elderly can afford, you know.
Dante takes the bags and follows the older lady towards the door.
Tell Caitlin not to go anywhere. I'll be right back.
They exit. Randall waits on a customer. The customer pets the cat.
Cute cat. What's his name?
And we're back.
Cut to exterior street night. Dante carries the grocery bag as the older lady hobbles along, cane in hand, beside him.
So is it true what he said? You're skirt chasing while you have a girlfriend?
It's hard to say.
I've met your girlfriend, haven't I?
Veronica? I think so. She'd be the one telling me I'm stuck in a dead-end job and I should go back to college.
She's right.
I know she's right, but I hate being reminded all the time.
She's staying on top of you. She knows that you're cut out for better things than being a clerk your whole life.
It's annoying.
It's love. She loves you, boy. Now who's this other girl?
Caitlin? Oh, we go way back.
You're talking to a 78-year-old woman. Trust me, you don't know from way back.
We dated in high school. She's in college now, but she's graduating soon. Well, we've always... I don't know. She makes me feel a certain way that no one else can even come close to making me feel. Talking to her, seeing her, it's powerful, you know?
I felt that way about someone once. Nora Miller. She was a Ziegfeld girl way back in the day. God, that woman could do things. I was born in the wrong damned era. Back then, things were about being proper and socially acceptable. Now everything's more liberal, and I'm too old to take full advantage of it all. If things back then were like they are now, I would have never gotten married.
Really?
Hell no, I would have stayed single and slept around. But that wasn't what you did then. You were expected to get married. And what did I get from it all? One of my kids dies in a war. The other lives 12 miles away and only visits maybe twice a year. The husband up and croaks on me, and all I got to look forward to is a Social Security check every month.
You paint a bleak portrait, Mrs. Crab.
They stop in front of the house.
You want the advice of an old woman, Dante? Go after the heartbreaker. Go after the one that makes you feel alive inside, gives you a hard-on. Because if you don't, you'll never be able to sleep well at night. I can promise you that.
But what about Veronica?
Is she a nice person?
Well, then she loses. Nice people always get screwed over.
Cut to interior convenience store night. Caitlin enters carrying an overnight bag. Randall is reading at the counter.
Well, if it isn't Randall Graves, the scourge of the video renter.
Caitlin Bree, I heard you seduced my boy Dante. What would your Asian design major fiancé say?
Saw that article. God, isn't it awful? My mother sent it in.
I take it she likes the guy.
You think she was marrying him?
What'd she say when you told her engagement was off?
She said not to come home until graduation. I'm going to have to stay at Dante's tonight.
Wow, you got thrown out? For Dante?
What can I say? He does weird things to me.
Can I watch?
You can hold me down.
Promises, promises. So what makes you think you can maintain a relationship with Dante this time around?
It's different this time. We've both done a lot of growing up in the past 4 years.
And this is your reason for breaking off an engagement?
That, and I want to fuck his brains out.
Ah, elegantly put.
Can I use the restroom?
It's a hard one. There's no lights back there. Dante's the only one who can navigate the back room in the dark.
Why aren't there any lights?
Well, there are, but for some reason they stop working at 5:14 every night.
You're kidding.
Nobody can figure it out, and the boss doesn't want to pay the electrician to fix it because the electrician owes money in the video store.
Such a sordid state of affairs.
And I'm caught in the middle, torn between my loyalty for my boss and my desire to piss off with the lights on.
Well, I think I can manage. I've picked a few of Dante's extrasensory powers over the years.
She heads towards the back.
Hey, Caitlin. Don't break his heart again this time, okay?
You're very protective of him, Randall. You always have been.
Territoriality. He was mine first.
How primitive.
She heads into the cooler. A customer pokes his head in the door.
Is the video store open?
You didn't hear? The feds closed it down this morning.
The feds? Why?
They were renting child porn to snuff videos.
Cut to exterior convenience store night. Dante walks past Jay on his way back to the store. Who was that delicate creature you were talking to before?
Why?
She was a Hootie Mac, boy, too fine.
Hootie Mac? Her name is Caitlin Bree.
That's Caitlin Bree?
Yeah.
That's Caitlin Bree.
Yeah, why?
Oh, shit!
You know her?
I don't know her, but I heard a story about her once.
What story?
Are you going out with her?
Why?
Because I don't want you pissed at me if I tell you this story.
I won't be pissed.
I don't know, my brother. It's got dirty parts.
Just tell me the story.
One of my contemporaries told me this story.
You mean another drug dealer?
Make it sound like a bad thing, dude. Anyway, he said that this one time he was at a party in Atlantic and he was making money. Everybody there had cash and he sold everything he was carrying, all except the hits.
Hits?
Acid, my man. Crazy nonsense. Make you see all kinds of shit.
I know what acid is.
Anyway, this girl comes up to him. She's so lit. And he's like, let me get some blow. And she's like, let me get some blow. And he's like, nah, I'm all out. And so she's like, let me get some weed. And he's like, ain't got no weed. So she's like, what do you have? And he's like, acid. So she's like, all right, let me get some acid. Only she looks in her purse and she's broke. So she's like, can I pay you for it tomorrow? And he's like, cash up front. So she's like, Jones, and she says, what if I suck your dick for it? And he's like, all right, hey, you want some blow? A dime back?
Finish the story.
Yeah, so she wants like 20 hits for her and her friends if she's going to suck his dick. So he gives her like half at first. She takes a hit. They go into the laundry room and she starts sucking his dick. And he said it was like the best fucking blowjob he ever had.
I don't think this was the same goal.
Wait, I'm not even finished. So she's tripping and sucking his dick. But all of a sudden, the trip must have went bad because she rips into his dick with her teeth, but she's still jerking him off and sucking his dick. And there's like blood flying everywhere. And he's fucking screaming. And his dick has this huge slice going up it. And somebody called the cops and the ambulance came. He said it was a mess.
And he said this girl was Caitlin Bree.
Yeah, I always remember that name. When somebody says she'll suck Melvin for blow, I'll think of my boy's dick all stitched up and shit, and he couldn't do anything with it for like a year. I don't care if the bitch is fucking a fucking goddess. Melvin's out there.
When did all this happen?
I think she was still in high school because my friend said he used to do work on a boyfriend's car in an auto shop. Dante rolls his eyes. He slowly walks away, leaving Jay behind. He just walks away? Rude son of a bitch. Suddenly spotting something off camera. Hey, baby, you ever had your asshole licked? Cut to interior convenience store night. Dante rubs his forehead as Randall joins him near the coffee machine.
Who used to work on my car in an auto shop?
The stoner, Rupert Haynes. Remember him? He got busted selling coke in the main office. Hey, Caitlin's in the back. You may want to see if she's okay. She's been back there in a long time.
There's no lights back there.
I told her that. She said she didn't need any. Why don't you join her, man? Man, a little bedroom bam bam.
I love your sexy talk. It's so kindergarten.
Poo poo, wee wee, pee pee.
The cooler door is heard opening. Caitlin walks lazily down the convenience store aisle. She looks very satisfied. Dante and Randall regard her curiously. She joins them, latching onto Dante's arm lovingly.
How'd you get here so fast?
Mrs. Krebs' house is only around the block.
You always talk weird after you violate women.
You violated Mrs. Krabs?
Not that I know of.
Promise me you'll always be like that.
Like what?
You just lay perfectly still and let me do everything.
Okay.
Am I missing something here?
I went back there and Dante was already waiting for me.
He was?
It was so cool. Didn't say a word. He was just ready, you know? We didn't kiss or talk or anything. He just sat there and let me do all the work.
You dog, I didn't even see you go back there.
Dante is bewildered.
And the fact that there wasn't any lights made it so... Well, Dante, it's the best sex we've ever had.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, right. Who was it, Randall?
Was it you?
I was up here the whole time.
You do better credit.
I'm serious.
We didn't just have sex in the bathroom.
No.
Everyone is silent. Then,
Stop this. This isn't funny.
I'm not kidding. I just got back from outside.
This isn't fucking funny, Dante.
I'm not fooling around. Who went back there?
Nobody, I swear.
I feel nauseous.
Are you sure somebody was back there?
I didn't just fuck myself. Jesus, I'm gonna be sick.
You fucked a total stranger?
Shut the fuck up, Randall.
Can't believe this. Feel faint.
Call the police.
Why?
No, don't.
There's a strange man in our bathroom and he just raped Caitlin.
God.
It wasn't really rape. She said she did all the work.
Would you shut the fuck up? Who the fuck is in the bathroom?
cut to the old man's face is serene, almost happy as he lays on a stretcher. Same old man who took Porno Mag into the bathroom. Off camera, Corey.
Who is he?
The body bag zipper is pulled closed. Dante, the coroner, and Randall stand around the stretcher bound body bag. The coroner takes notes.
I don't know. He just came in and asked to use the bathroom.
What time was this?
I don't know. What time did hockey end?
Around 2 or something.
What time did we go to the funeral?
I think 3:30, 4.
Wait a second. Who was working here today?
Just me.
I thought you said you just played hockey and went to a funeral.
We did.
Then who operated the store?
Nobody. It was closed.
With this guy locked in?
I guess. Everything happened at once. I guess I forgot he was back there.
An ambulance attendant joined them.
Can we take this one now?
Go ahead.
The stretcher is wheeled out. Midway down the body bag, something protrudes, pushing the bag up. It's an erection. Randall stares at it.
Was he alive when Caitlin, you know?
No. I placed the time of death at about 3:20.
Then how could she, you know?
The body can maintain an erection after expiration, sometimes for hours. Did he have the adult magazine when he came in?
No, I gave it to him.
Randall in the corner stare in disbelief.
Well, he asked me for it.
Well, he died.
Can't say for certain until we getting back to the lab, but my guess is the excitement of touching himself provoked a heart attack.
Great, in our bathroom.
No way. This has got to be the weirdest thing you've ever been called in for.
Actually, I once had to tag a kid that broke his neck trying to put his mouth on his penis.
Randall looks down anonymously.
What about Caitlin?
Shock trauma. She's going to need years of therapy after this. My question is, how did she come have sex with the dead man?
She thought it was me.
The coroner stares at Dante.
What kind of convenience store do you run here?
He exits. Dante and Randall stare at the floor.
I feel like we're in a twisted episode of Three's Company.
Cut to exterior video store night. A blank wall fills the frame. Then suddenly, Silent Bob steps into it. He leans against the wall and looks around casually. The cops
Hey,
gone?
I actually have to move around, so I'll be a bit.
Okay.
We're stopping for a second? Or do you want me to keep going?
You can keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a little bit to go.
Silent Bob looks around again and then nods to off camera. Jay leaps into the frame all piss and vinegar. It's a good thing, too. I was getting ready to waste that fuck. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. I was getting ready to walk right up to him and say, yo, I sell drugs. So what, motherfucker? Pow, in the mouth. Boom, in the gut. A bystander joins them.
What was with the ambulance and the cops?
I fucked up a cop. Son of a bitch tried to sucker me from behind. But I came across like, boom, boom. They didn't even arrest me because they knew I was right. Fucking cops. They don't know shit. Hey, you want to buy any weed or something? I got the dope shit.
I'm a cop.
So?
So I don't appreciate those comments.
I said cock. I fucked up a cock. Like a dickhead. Some guy who was bad-mouthing the police. I had to give him what for on behalf of the boys in blue.
What's your name?
Al.
I'll what?
I'll be seeing ya. Jay takes off out of frame, followed by the bystander. Silent Bob remains against the wall. Cut to interior convenience store night. A jar of salsa sauce is invaded by a large corn chip. Once in the condiment, the corn chip resembles a surfacing shark fin. Fingers poke at it, bringing it to life, swimming menacingly to and fro across the jar.
Da-dum, 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 da-dum.
Dante and Randall are on the freezer case. Randall pushes the chip around the jar of salsa. Dante stares up at the ceiling, oblivious.
Also shark.
Dante says nothing.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Dante still says nothing.
It's a condiment carcass. It's a great white.
Dante says even less than nothing.
Man goes into the cage. Cage goes into the salsa. Shark's in the salsa. Our shark.
Dante, you know.
What? What's with you? For the love of Christ, you haven't said anything for like 20 minutes. I got a mini drama going on here.
Why do I have this life?
It speaks.
Why do I have this life?
As opposed to
a life where every aspect isn't clouded with pure shit.
have some chips. You'll feel better.
I'm stuck in this pit, earning less than slave wages, working on my day off, dealing with every backwards fuck this hellish existence offers up, an ex-girlfriend who's no doubt insane by now after fucking a dead guy in the bathroom, a girlfriend who sucked 36 dicks.
37.
And then there's you.
Me? What did I do?
Oh, Jesus, not much. Just got me slapped with a $500 fine.
Hey, who knew the kid was a narc?
Thanks to you, I'm most likely wanted in connection with some light necrophiliac petting charges Julie Dryler's family is bound to level against me.
Ironic. You never heard about anybody being intimate with a dead body, and then boom, twice in one day.
My life is in the shitter right about now, so if you don't mind, I'd like to stew a bit.
Can I get a pack of Marlboro?
Randall hops off the counter. Randall hops off the freezer and steps out of camera.
That's all bullshit. You know what the real problem here is?
I was born.
Randall comes back.
You don't face up to shit. Like now. What are you really cheesed about?
Must I detail it again?
No, you listened to a ton of crap, but that's all that it was. Crap. You refused to address the one topic that's been eating you out all day.
Oh, and what's that?
Caitlin versus Veronica.
What are you talking about?
You carry a torch for a girl you dated in high school. In high school, for God's sake. You're 22.
I don't carry a torch.
When was the last time you saw Caitlin, Dante?
I talked to her last night.
When was the last time you saw her?
I don't know, 3 years ago?
3 years ago. People change, man.
What am I, stupid? You don't think I know that?
No, I don't think you know that. I think you got it in your head that just because you talked to a couple of times on the phone, no less, you and Caitlin are on the mend of something.
Wait a second, what are you saying here? Are you saying I should stay with Veronica? Since when did you become a champion?
I'm not saying anything for either of them. I think they're both manipulative. What I'm saying is that you should shit or get off the pot.
I should shit or get off the pot?
Yeah, you should shit or get off the pot. If you want Caitlin, then face Veronica, tell her, and be with Caitlin. If you want Veronica, be with Veronica, but don't pine for one and fuck the other. Make your choice and stick with it.
Are you done analyzing me?
Yeah, but not like it's going to help. Not improving your situation is your forte.
Fuck you.
It's true. You'll sit there and blame life for dealing you a cruddy hand, never once accepting the responsibility for the way your situation is.
What responsibility?
All right, if you hate this job and the people and the fact that you have to come in on your day off, then quit. Move on. Get a different job.
As if it's that easy.
It is. You just stop and quit.
There are a few different aspects to be thought of here. Bills, money.
There are other jobs, and they pay better money. You're bound to be qualified for at least one of them. So what's stopping you?
Leave me alone.
You're comfortable. This is life of convenience, man. And to attempt to changes in your routine would shatter the pathetic microcosm of you fashioned for yourself.
Oh, like your life is better.
Hey, I'm satisfied with my situation for now. You don't hear me bitching. You, on the other hand, have been bitching all day.
Thank you. Why don't you go back to the video store?
The same applies to your personal life.
Oh, now I have a personal life?
If you can call it that. You'll continue to date Veronica because it's easy, it's convenient. Meanwhile, all you ever do is talk about Caitlin. If you weren't such a fucking coward.
If I wasn't such a fucking coward. Must be so great to be able to simplify everything the way you do, Randall. Am I right or what? Oh, sorry.
Am I right or what?
You're wrong. Caitlin and I can't be together. It's impossible.
Melodrama coming from you seems as natural as a beaver shitting chicken eggs.
What do you want me to say? Yes, I suppose some of the things you're saying may be true, but what's the point in analyzing it? It's the way things are. That's not going to change.
Make him change.
I can't, all right? Jesus, would you leave me alone? I can't make changes like that in my life. If I could, I would, but I don't have the ability to risk comfortable situations on the big money and fabulous prizes.
Who are you kidding? You can so.
I can't. I'm telling you.
So you'll continue being miserable all the time just because you don't have the guts to face change.
My mother told me once that when I was 3, my potty lid was closed, and instead of lifting it, I chose to shit my pants. I'm not the kind of person that disrupts things in order to shit comfortably.
Dante crosses out of camera. Randall appears contemplative. Cut to exterior video store night. Silent Bob leans against the wall. Jay drags himself into frame, swearing, huffing, and puffing. He lays a hand on Silent Bob's chest and leans over, spitting on the ground. I lost him. Damn, that motherfucker was fast. 2 kids joining them, carrying skateboards.
Why were you running from that guy?
He caught me. Fuck his wife.
That guy's a Middletown cop.
Now somebody tells me.
You got any weed?
I got a couple of joints.
How much?
5 each.
$5 each. That's a ripoff.
You don't like it? Fuck you.
Hey, there's that guy, the cop.
Yo, over here.
All right. Shut up. You can have them. Hands on the joints. Just get the fuck out of here and keep your mouth shut. The kids skate off laughing. Jay looks off camera for the cop hiding behind Silent Bob. Do you see him? Did he see me?
Yo, Jay's giving away free weed.
Meet me at the party in Atlantic. Jay again runs off camera, followed shortly after by the bystander. Silent Bob shakes his head and walks off in the opposite direction. Cut to interior convenience store at night. Dante scrubs an empty coffee pot. Jay enters and drops to his knees, peeking through the window. Slowly, he raises, continuing to look outside. Satisfied, he stands fully erect, not a good enough use for the word, not a good enough reason to say the word erect, and clasps his hands together triumphantly. The 5 o'clock whistle on the blink. The work is done. And what you think? Pack of raps, my good man. It's time to kick back and smoke some weed, drink some beers.
Done poisoning the youth of Leonardo for the day?
Hells yes, whatever that means. And I just outran a cop. It's shaping up to be a good night. Now I'm going to head over to Atlantic, hit a party, get ripped, and please, God, get laid. Pulls out money, easy wider, 1.5s.
170 nice.
Don't you close soon?
Half hour.
We get off at about the same time every night. We should hang out. You get high, man?
I should start.
Want to come to this party tonight? There's going to be booty.
With you? I don't think so.
Listen to you. Oh, shit. Oh, I don't hang with drug dealers.
Nothing personal.
I work just like you. You're more of a crook than I am, dude.
How do you figure? Hey, what are you doing?
Relax, brother. What I mean is that you sell this stuff in the store at the highest price around. $1.79 for wraps? What is that?
It's not my store.
And these aren't my drugs. I just sell them.
The difference is you exploit a weakness.
What's that mean?
You sell to people that can't stay away from addiction.
All right. How much is a Pepsi here?
$1.69 plus tax.
At Food City, it's 99 damn cents plus tax.
So
why do you sell it for so much more? I'll tell you why. Because people come here and they're like, $1.80 for a soda? I should get it at Food City, but I don't feel like driving there. I'll just buy it here so I don't have to drive up there. That's exploiting a weakness too, isn't it?
I can't believe you just rolled a joint in here.
Hey, man, what happened with that old guy?
He died in the bathroom.
That's fucked up. Yo, I heard he was jerking off.
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
Probably saw that Caitlyn chick. I know I felt like beating it when I saw her. Come here, bitch. This is what you want, huh?
Knock it off. That used to be my girlfriend.
No way. You used to go out with her?
We were going to start again, I think.
Wait a second. Don't you have a girlfriend already?
Veronica.
Is she that girl who's down here all the time, came in today carrying a plate of food?
Lasagna.
And what, you were going to dump her to date that Caitlyn girl?
Maybe.
I don't know, dude. That Caitlyn girl's fine, but I always see that Veronica girl doing shit for you. She brings you food. She rubs your back. Didn't I see her change your tire one time?
I jacked the car up. All she did was unscrew the bolt and put the tire on.
Damn, she goes out of her way.
She's my girlfriend.
Hey, man, I've had girlfriends. Most of them just try to get what they can from me, weed and shit. 2 times I had a girlfriend smack my car, but none of them ever brought me like a home cooked meal or had me over to their homes unless their parents were in like Fiji or something. Shit, I wish I had a girlfriend like yours. My grandma used to say, which is better, a good looking plate or one with good stuff on it? No, wait, I fucked it up. She said, what's a good looking plate with nothing on it?
Meaning?
I don't know what she meant. She was senile and shit. Used to piss herself all the time. There's a billion fine looking women in the world, dude, but they don't all bring you lasagna at work. Most of them just cheat on you.
My God, you've got a point. I can't believe this.
What?
It's true. Everything you said is true. Veronica is incredible. She's just the greatest.
Hey, if you're gonna stay with her, can I go for the other one? Yeah, just kidding.
You really helped me out here. Thanks.
Should we like hug or something? Ew, you fucking faggot!
Have fun at your party.
Knock her boots tonight, dude. Give her the thick dick. You know what, dude? It's probably better that you didn't pick that Caitlyn shit. She's been around. It's not like you want to date a chick that sucked a lot of dick. See you later. Jay leaves, Dante freezes, and then shakes it off.
So she sucked 37 dicks. Big deal. The important thing is she's sucking my dick now. I love Veronica.
Cut to interior video store at night. Randall has a heart-to-heart with Veronica.
He doesn't love you anymore. He loves Caitlyn.
Veronica stares, dumbfounded.
And he told you all of this?
Every last word. The thing you have to understand about Dante is that he could never bring himself to say these things to you because he cares about you a lot. He just didn't want to hurt your feelings, you know?
I don't know what to say.
Don't hold it against him. Some people you fall in love with and they can do the shittiest things in the world to you, but you can't get that person out of your system. That's the way it is with Dante and Caitlyn.
Silence. Then.
Do you want to cry or something? Do you want me to leave?
I'm not sad.
You're not?
No. I'm more furious. I'm pissed off. I feel like he's been killing time while he tries to grow the balls to tell me how he really feels, and then he can't even do it. He has his friend do it for him.
He didn't ask me to.
After all I've done for that fuck, and he wants to be with that slut, fine, he can have a slut.
Do you think you can give me a ride home tonight? Because I don't think he's going to be happy with me.
I'm gonna have a word with that asshole.
Veronica storms out.
Wait, Veronica, I don't think...
Randall stares after her. A customer stands nearby.
What am I worried about? He'll probably be glad I started the ball rolling. All he ever did was complain about her anyway. I'm just looking out for his best interest. I mean, that's what a friend does, right? Am I right? I did him a favor.
Ooh, Navy SEALs. Cut to interior convenience store at night. Dante is on the ground holding his knee. Veronica stands above him.
What the fuck did you do that for?
If you didn't want to go out with me anymore, why didn't you just say it? Instead, you pussyfoot around and see that slut behind my back?
What are you talking about?
You've been talking to her on the phone for weeks.
It was only a few times.
And then you pull that shit this morning, freaking out because I've gone down on a couple of guys.
A couple?
You judgmental fuck. At least it was before we ever dated. I'm not the one trying to patch things up with my ex, sneaking around behind your back. And if you think 37 dicks are a lot, then just wait, mister. I'm going to put the hookers in Times Square to shame with all the cocks I suck now. And each time some guy comes in my mouth, it'll taste that much sweeter knowing that it hurts you.
Would you let me explain?
Explain what? How you were waiting until the time was right and then you were going to dump me for her?
Veronica, it's not like that anymore. I mean, it was never really like that.
Veronica kicks him in the other leg. Dante goes down, yelling in pain.
You're damn right. It's not like that because I won't let it be like that. You want your slut? Fine. The slut is yours.
I don't want Caitlyn.
You don't know what you want. But I'm not going to sit here anymore holding your hand until you figure it out. I'm tried with you, Dante. I've encouraged you to get out of this fucking dump and go back to school to take charge of your life and find direction. I even transferred so maybe you would be more inclined to go back to college if I was with you. Everyone said it was a stupid move, but I didn't care because I loved you and wanted to see you pull yourself out of the senseless funk you've been in since that whore dumped you oh so many years ago. And now you want to go back to her so she can fuck you over some more?
I don't want to go back with her.
Of course not. Not now. You're caught. And now you're trying to snake out of doing what you wanted to do. Well, I won't let you. I want you to follow through with this. Just so you can find out what a fucking idiot you are. And when she dumps you again, and she will, Dante, I promise you that when she dumps you again, I want to laugh at you right in your face, just so you realize that that was what you gave up our relationship for. I'm just glad Randall had the balls to tell me since you couldn't.
Randall?
And having him tell me, that was just the weakest move ever. You're spineless.
Veronica, I love you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Veronica exits. Dante lays on the floor, alone. Cut to Randall. Exits and locks the door behind him. He walks to the convenience store and pulls the steel shutters closed, fastening the locks. Cut to interior convenience store night. Tight on Randall's face. As he steps inside, it's darker than before.
Dante?
Hands clasp around his throat and yank him out of the frame. Dante throttles Randall, choking him to the ground. Randall throws fists into Dante's midriff, throwing him back into the magazine rack. Randall jumps to his feet as Dante comes at him again. Randall tumbles into the cakes. As the Entman's products scatter beneath and around him, he grabs a pound cake and hits Dante in the head with it, using the opportunity to scurry down the middle aisle. Dante leaps to his feet, and Randall grabs the shelves, knocking Aspen over as he falls to the ground. They exchange punches until Randall, shrieking, sprays something in Dante's face. Dante paws at his eyes. Randall grabs Italian bread and smacks it into Dante's face as he rushes him blindly. Dante chases him out of frame. M&Ms scatter wildly across the empty floor, and the ruckus can be heard off camera. Cut to Dante and Randall, later, out of breath, on the floor. Randall sits up against the candy rack, rubbing his neck. Dante lays on the floor, bacon held against a sort of swelling eye. Both are pretty banged up. There they are, surrounded by a mess of crushed cookies, ripped open candies, broken bread, and other damaged goods.
How's your eye?
The swelling's not so bad, but the FDS stings. How's your neck?
It's hard to swallow.
They're both silent. Then,
You didn't have to choke me.
Why the fuck did you tell Veronica that I was going to dump her for Caitlin?
I thought I was doing you a favor.
Thanks.
You were saying how you couldn't initiate change yourself, so I figured if I help you out, it might be easier for you to move on to Caitlin.
Jesus.
silence. Then,
Yeah, well, you still didn't have to choke me.
Oh, please, I'm surprised I didn't kill you.
Why do you say that?
Why do I say that? Randall, forget it.
No, really. What did I do that was so wrong?
What don't you do, Randall? Sometimes it seems like the only reason you come to work is to make my life miserable.
How do you figure?
What time did you get to work today?
Like 10 or 10 after?
You were over a half hour late. Then all you do is come over here.
To talk to you.
Which means the video store is ostensibly closed.
It's not like I'm miles away. I'm right here talking to you.
Unless you're leaving for 2 hours at a time to go to your girlfriend's house.
She's not my girlfriend, and you said it was a bad idea that she came here.
So you have to stay at her house for 2 hours?
It's not like I do that every day.
You get me slapped with a fine, you fight with customers and I have to patch everything up. To top it all off, you ruin my relationship. What's your encore? Do you anally rape my mother while shitting on the American flag and pouring sugar in my gas tank? You know what the real tragedy is? I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Oh, fuck you, pal. Listen to you trying to pass the buck again. I'm the source of all your misery. Who closed the store to play hockey? Who closed the store to attend a wake? Who tried to win back an ex-girlfriend without even discussing how he felt with his present one? You want to blame somebody, blame yourself. I shouldn't even be here today. You sound like an asshole. Whose choice was to be here today? Nobody twisted your arm. You're here today out of your own volition, my friend, but you don't like to believe that the weight of the world rests on your shoulders, that this store would crumble if you didn't bail it out of a bind. Well, I got news for you, jerk. This store would survive without you, without me either. All you do is overcompensate for having what's basically a monkey's job. You push buttons. Any moron can do our jobs, but you're so obsessed with making it seem like it's so much fucking important than it is, so much more epic than it actually is. You work in a convenience store, Dante, and badly. I might add. And I work on a video store badly as well. You know that guy Jay's got it right. He has no delusions about what he does. He sells drugs. Us? We like to make ourselves seem so much better than the people that come in here just looking to pick up a paper or, God forbid, cigarettes. We look down at them as if we were so advanced. Well, if we're so fucking advanced, then what the hell are we doing working here?
They sit in silence. Then,
Free food?
slowly, they begin to chuckle. The chuckle changes to giggles.
Free food.
Free food.
They laugh. Cut to Dante places a mop in the corner. It is later, following a massive cleanup. Randall pulls on his coat.
I threw out the stuff we broke. The floor looks clean.
You sure you don't want to ride?
I asked Samantha's mother to pick me up before I came over here. I had a feeling you'd be mad. Who knew?
Choking mad.
Yeah, choking mad.
I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't have blown up like that.
No, man, it's okay, you know. I mean, hell, you weren't even supposed to be here today, right?
Do you work tomorrow? Oh.
No, you're good. My bad.
Same time. What about you?
I'm calling out. Gonna hit the hospital, see how Caitlin is, then try to see Veronica.
You gonna grab something to eat tomorrow night after I get out of here?
Yeah, that'd be cool. We can hit the diner.
All right. Hey, good luck with Veronica. And if you need like an alibi to back you up or something,
I'm sure I will.
I'm there, you know. I mean, that's what friends are for, right? Like the song says, keep smiling, knowing you can always count on me for sure.
Get the fuck out of here already.
I'm gone. I'll talk to you on tomorrow.
Randall exits. Dante pushes the sign to close. Dante climbs behind the counter. He pops the register open and starts counting the drawer out. The door is heard opening. The door closes. POV, John. Dante counting out the register, not looking up.
What'd you forget? Oh, I'm sorry. We're closed.
A gunshot blasts out. Dante flies back, his chest exploding with blood and sinew. He stares ahead and slumps to the floor. John walks behind the counter, stepping over Dante's body on the floor. He takes the money out of the register. The credits begin to roll. He grabs a paper bag, jams the money in. He grabs a handfuls of change and shoves them in his pockets, then quickly exits the frame. Dante continues to lay on the floor, unmoving while the credits roll. Credits end, and the door is heard opening. A customer comes in the counter and just stands there. He waits, looks around for a clerk, looks down the aisles.
Hello? Little help?
No reply. He looks around again and glances at the door to make sure no one's coming in, then reaches behind the counter to grab a pack of cigarettes. He leaves. Blackout.
We did it. Great fucking job, everybody, and thank you, everybody.
I fucking love that it was the old, like the original draft, because I just watched Boatman's fucking face the whole time. I was just like, oh. Boatman was like, what the fuck is happening?
If you guys have stayed here to watch through all this video, thank you very much. We may be back for another one, and thank you, Nazario, Chance, Matt, Jay, Boatman, Coho, Zach, and Michael. Thanks for doing this, guys. It's been awesome.
To Jay for hosting. Great.
Yes, good job.
Yes, Jay's host was a fucking amazing.
Best actor Oscar goes to fucking Nazario Montenegro.
100%.
Holy shit.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you. I stopped this shit.